Hola, amigo. This is Emil Sayer, a software engineer building AI agents for SMEs in Germany. Why did I say hola? Well, I don't speak Spanish, but today something amazing is going to happen. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. I'm going to do something crazy. Look at the time. Right now it is almost 3. And at 4 o'clock, I have to start driving to this meetup area where I'm going to do a crazy vibe coding session. It's going to be like for 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, I don't know. And what we're going to do is we're going to build something. We're going to build this application. And as a part of my YouTube channel, the YouTube channel, let me quickly, not that one. Let's open it here. So as a part of my YouTube channel, I did this one. Basically, this one 2 days ago. 1 hour 44 minutes. And this went to the playlist called Sayer's First Look. And what I'm trying to do now is connect one of those Sayer's First Look where I did a lovable first look. I'm gonna do a live vibe coding and build the rest of the feature for this thing. So in this video, probably for an hour or 45 minutes, we're going to build a small feature for this application that I'm going to demo. In this application, I'm going to show it or use it basically in the meetup later on today. And the entire meetup will be recorded like this, hopefully good lighting. And I will also put that on my YouTube channel. So let's go and build that missing feature this application has. Okay. First, I would like to, because it can happen that you didn't watch the other 1 hour 44 minutes, let me quickly give you a demo of what we are going to build. So I am going to this meetup called First Friday for a very long time, like 7 years or so. I know Alejandro for that long, and his meetups are amazing. Like these meetups, the quality of these meetups are top notch. Like everybody, like room full of people get a chance to talk, and for 60 seconds, they go through a template, which I will talk to you in just a minute. Anyways, this is actually happening today. It's not a pre-recorded, so it's everything raw coming from me live to you guys. And if you are in Berlin, you missed a great opportunity to have some nice wine and snacks and beer and learn the AI tools that I'm going to do. But don't worry. Why? Because I'm going to record it and you're going to watch it on my YouTube channel. And therefore, subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Because I am here to spread the AI agent educational content. And if you can't share it, nobody is going to hear it. Let's go and build this thing. Before building, let me quickly demo this to you. So this much we built it in that video that I showed 1 hour 44 minutes. I did a little bit more work, which is kind of like connecting it to the Supabase database. But let me quickly give you a thing. So the entire round of this meetup is like we go one by one to all 50 people in the meetup, and then we ask them like 4 basic questions. Now we're going to use this tool so that they can go and kind of get matched with these other cool people. So I have laid down a diagram here on my Excalidraw. So we call it amigai. Therefore, I said amigo. Amiga is, I think, the Spanish word for female friend, and amigai, AI, is the AI agent that I'm helping or building for First Friday to kind of supercharge it with some agentic information, some agentic workflows. This is the very first piece of it that we're going to build today, or extend this capacity of this, what we are going to do. But the idea is based on this AI matchmaking. Everybody or whoever wants to record their 60-second pitch, they talk about these 4 questions. That goes, and then based on those 60-second pitches or the transcript coming out of those 60 seconds, these kind of transcripts are matched via AI, and then that will basically get you a match. Like, for example, John is matched with Lisa, and they both want to build a new startup, and usually a room full of people, it's very hard to do networking with everyone. So this way we will actually let AI do the matchmaking for us, and then we meet each other. This is just a small, it's a small dummy project we want to do in order to learn vibe coding. What is vibe coding? Vibe coding is the art of like literally knowing what to build and then telling the AI to build it for you without knowing any coding. So let's start doing it. So we'll use Lovable, Cursor, Supabase. If you haven't watched the other video in the Sire's First Look where I checked Lovable for the very first time, you could watch that and then get a little bit up to speed, but it's 2 hours, almost 2 hours long video. I'm okay if you're not watching it. So let's go on and test this app and then keep building another feature to this. So the way it works is like everyone gets this laptop in front of them. They provide their information and they start recording and they start talking about themselves. Hi, my name is Emil Sire. I am originally from Afghanistan. I grew up in Pakistan. I live in Germany for the past 10 years. I'm a software engineer. I've been building AI agents for the past 1.5 years. And I have been a software engineer for 23 years in a row, full stack engineer for 17 years. And how I help others is by providing these free workshops almost every month. I show them how to build AI agents. And I also produce a lot of free tutorials on my YouTube channel and go in meetups and talk about AI agents. And the type of help I need is basically what I would like to get help from my fellow entrepreneurs is to spread the word about AI agents. If you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, please connect and share all this content. And there we go. So my 1 minute is finished. And I got a chance to talk, and all of that information is captured in the database, and it's stored here. And then the next step would be to do the AI matchmaking. The AI matchmaking, I'll do it in the room later on. Right now, what I want to do is that when I start a recording, I want these two pieces of information. I want to move this form in another link so that I can share that link via QR code. So the steps would be like this. That's step number 1. We put a big QR code on the screen and we tell everyone that if you want to contribute in this, scan the QR code. They scan the QR code. They see basically this form. They submit it. And then I see here a list of all the people, but with the transcripts empty. And then I search them, and in front of this, there will be a record button. And then I click on record button. And then I am basically done with the with the transcription. This way, I capture a lot of information coming like at once, so we don't need to do this step while passing the laptop to each other. So that's one requirement. I want to see if I can do it in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and in the meantime, show you vibe coding and show you how vibe coding works. Okay, the steps on how to use the terminal, how to use Cursor, that will come in a separate video. But for right now, I will just do things here that you may not know, and it's okay. You can know it later, but let's go on to do this. Okay, what I would like to do is I will take a screenshot of this. I think this should do the job. And I will create a new context here, and I will do this. Can you please create a new route, basically a register route, where this form, where you see the first name and or the full name and the LinkedIn post should be captured there. Once I register there, then every single database entry should have a record button. And then if I click on the recording button, and then the transcription capturing of that relevant person should start, so that I can start capturing the individual recordings based on the individual ones. So let's see what happens here. Okay, that was good. I need to just bring this capture thingy here so that we get this, give cursor a little bit more context with this screenshot. Okay, let's see if it gets it right. Usually it gets it right if the prompt is good, but right now I'm being under this recording pressure. It can happen that I may not be speaking or prompting in the right way under stress, but let's see. So it understood it, it's working on it. Meanwhile, what I would like to think about is like, right now it's on my local host, okay? And by the way, this is a product that was produced by Lovable. And then what we did in the other YouTube channel was, in the other YouTube video, which I showed here, in this one, was what we did is, at some point in time, we put both of them here in this here. On one side, it is the product that is built by Lovable. On the right side, here. You can see this is Cursor, this is Lovable. So simultaneously, we let both of them produce code, and then we compared which one is the winner. And as we saw in that video, Cursor was the winner. But since I don't have time to rebuild things, I built things on the top of things. I took this thing that was built by Cursor initially, and then we downloaded it in our computer, and then we enhanced it with Cursor, and then it became that outcome. Now what I want to do is like literally take this one and then go ahead and enhance it further, but with Cursor, not with Lovable. In this workshop that I have in an hour or two, in a couple of hours, well, I have to start going in 2 hours, in 1 hour, but the actual workshop is happening at 7 p.m., so I've got 4 hours. I will also, in this workshop, I will also cover Lovable. So that being said, let's see if the code generation is completed. Okay, so this is vibe code. We talk, we let it produce, we accept all. Don't worry about the code. Let's go and see if things happened. So I'm gonna see if it said, yeah, here it says register. So I need to go to the link called /register. Perfect, exactly as I asked for. So if I say John Doe, the LinkedIn is, let's say it like this, and then John Doe, register, nothing happens. You open the Cursor framework. Hold on a second. Now I have a doubt that it can happen that I need to get something for Cursor. So let's see what goes wrong. So their registration is giving me a 404. I take a screenshot and go to Cursor, give it that screenshot. I say, I see this error. And then now, oh, it's API/register. I think I misunderstood that. Okay, that's fine. It found, I think, the problem, and then now it's going to fix it. Alrighty, so it's spinning off an Express.js server to take the APIs. Well, these are all technicals. We are not worried about that. We are about building a simple application. Okay, dokie, it's running. So the deployment of this, the backend is already deployed. It's basically Supabase, kind of like a better alternative to Firebase, and the tables are here. You can go and see all the details. You can view it in editor. You can execute things. You can see the records here. You can delete them and so on. You can use the SQL editor to execute commands or SQL queries, so to say. But these are all technical things. I don't teach all the technical details in this workshop. What I teach is like how to build a product without a technical co-founder. So still it's running. Okay, it is trying to install something. You need to click on this run command. It runs it. Okay, that's good. It's working. And now it's trying to run this one. So I'm going to copy this. I'm not going to run it here for a good reason. And I'm going to literally copy this entire thing, cd, paste it here, and then copy this and then run it in here. Copy didn't work. I'm going to paste it right here. And I don't care about the errors. I just copy them, paste them. I know what's the solution. I think the best would be that we run npx nodemon, but I'll see if it can pick it. Oh, I see. It's the node module. It's the module, the CSJ. CJS, I think. Alrighty, so it's doing all the fixes that it's required to do. Let it crank the numbers. And it's asking me to do the same thing again. I'm gonna do here. Okay, it's running. And there's one service here running the front end, and there's one service here running the back end. In my opinion, I should have spun off a Next.js application, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just a small application. There we go. It started doing exactly what I wanted to do. And now I have a list of people. If a lot of people start registering from here, I'm not sure if it is real time or not. So let's give it a try. I get John Doe with some LinkedIn profile. Oh, it goes here. Okay, now I have another requirement. So this is done. This one piece of work is done. What I would like to do is save it. How do you save it? In a very simple way, which I will do another tutorial for this. I'm in this branch, and then I am gonna do this thing, get CP added registration form. Okay, and now what I want to do is first let's test the recording. Oh, the entire recording thing was hallucinated. This is called hallucination in LLMs. It basically removed the entire application I had in place. So now I'm gonna take a screenshot from here, and I'm gonna go and explain it back to the LLM that, hey, you did some mistake, dude. Alrighty, that is good. Thank you so much. The registration is working, but you made a big mistake. I want my recorder to be the same way as it was before. I don't want this start and stop recording experience, but when I click on start recording of that particular person, I want to see the exact transcriber that I had before with all those 4 questions. So please put that back in place. So I hope it didn't remove the other one. I'm not sure in which route did we. Yeah, it is still on the root route. I hope it will find it itself, but let's go on. Okay, so meanwhile, what I would like to do is check out what did it do. Did it put it here in this users table or somewhere else? Yeah, I think it put it in the users table. But one thing, if I go here, if I do this, put ASDF, it is saving it here, but why do I not see it here? Okay, that something is wrong. I only see Emil Sire all the time. So that's another thing that we will tell the guy or the LLM. I think it's even a different database. Let's check it out. Or even it's not storing it in the database. Maybe it's storing it in local storage or somewhere. We'll also check that out. Let's get our transcriber back and then we'll see. So this is local storage. It's also not storing it here. maybe in session storage or in cookies. These are the places where information about a web page can be stored. But I think it might be stored in a different table, in a different, exactly, John Smith, ASDF. This is not the same one. Okay, we're gonna delete this. And I have these two only. Oh, it can happen that it stores it here. Or never mind. We will find out in just a minute where does it store it. So let's finish. Okay, it is finished. Let's see if it fixed the user experience. So I go to dashboard. I have this. I go to dashboard. I have the list of people and also their LinkedIn profile so I can see them. And then if I start recording, perfect. It's start recording. And it's recording the. This is not right. This is not right because it has not captured the person. It gives me an option to edit this, which is I'm not sure nice or not nice, but at least the user experience was okay. So what I will do now is I will go and ask it where does it store the registration files. Like after this, where does it go? Can you please double check whether it is being stored in Supabase? Because I just checked the tables, it doesn't exist there. Meanwhile, if you're wondering, what am I using for voice? It is called Super Whisper or something like that. Super Whisper, I think. Super Whisper. It's a nice software. I like it so far. Pretty good. With a shortcut key, you can wake it up and then it has like an LLM under the hood. The quality of the transcription is much better than the transcription that comes out of the box on a MacBook. This is the transcription service coming out of the box from MacBook or Mac OS. But the one that I just showed is much better because it has a ChatGPT LLM behind it. You see here, I say ChatGPT LLM, it says it doesn't judge BLM. If I do the same thing with, this is much better because it has a ChatGPT LLM behind it. Yeah, that's good. A ChatGPT LLM behind it. Okie dokie. This is also done now. Oh, it was just a question. Indeed, it cannot find these tables. So let's go and find these tables. Before doing that, before actually executing this, so let's go to SQL editor, paste it here, execute it will give an error, yeah, and then give this error. I know how to solve this, but I will show you how to solve it like yourself. Take a screenshot, come back here and then paste it, and then it will, I get this error. It will give you like this drop table syntax. Perhaps there was one new column created and it cannot understand it, therefore it has to drop it. And make sure that you are in the right database. So all your databases are listed here. I'm gonna go with the one which is with Cursor. We can also double check that by coming here and coming here and making sure that the this URL matches the URL we have in the .env file. It's okay. This is your copy. Yeah, it is the same database. So we are in the right database, but it was just that it was missing one column. Probably it will be fixed in just a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna save this, go back and test. Alrighty, so I'm gonna save something. Well, it is saving it here, but that was my next question, that where does it actually save it? Let's clean all these tables to make sure that we have a clean start. And then the users are in this other table. I think it was a users table. Yep, we'll see it in just a minute. Yeah, it's not saving it here. Where does it save it is the question. Let's go ask Mr. ChatGPT. I mean, it's Claude in this case. Can you please check where do you save this? I don't actually find it in the database, but on the web page it is there. Okie dokie. I have an idea that I can make it like this, so we can see more information at the same time. And take a screenshot from here, paste it here, enter, and then we see what happens next. Looking at your dashboard screenshot and the code, I noticed that the users are being displayed, but they are likely not stored in the local backend server memory from Express server we created rather than in Supabase. Yes, I see the issue now. Users, full name, LinkedIn URL. Ah, I see. So our Supabase instance, where is my Supabase instance? This one. If I move it back here, move this back here, so that we have these two side by side. If I see my tables, I don't know the UI, how to navigate to the tables here. This is not the right database. Let's select this database. Users do not have a LinkedIn URL, full name is recording. Exactly, you see? It doesn't have is recording table, so that's nice. I know it's gonna give an error if I go in and paste it here. Let's go and do it. It's just for the sake of like doing it, but you could also ask it that, hey, please take care of the dropping the user, you know? Error. LLMs are like 2 years old. Imagine if they're 5 years, 10 years old, what sort of intelligence they will have. It's crazy. So now it added this alter table. That's nice. Okie dokie. Now let's go and copy this, paste it here, and run it. All right, so let's see what happens next. So for the sake of like, because here it's saying that restart the server, let me quickly go and do the restart the server thingy. I'm gonna restart this server. Oh, it's giving me an error. .env. Oh, the environment variables were never loaded, so that's crazy. We're gonna go and put this here, the error. And now we are almost there. I think it's gonna work. Yes, please install it, run it. And then, all right, so what do we do next is, after the installation, let's go and run the service again. I hope this time it works. The front end is working, the back end is working. And I think let's go test it out. Okay, now this is a good thing because I don't see anything. Now I see where it was coming from. It was coming from the Express.js, the memory of the session storage of Express.js, or the session of Express.js. Okay, we have a registration link, which I think I have it somewhere setting. Let's put it here. This one goes to register. I'm going to register something, click it, refresh this page. It's not coming here. Something is going wrong in the registration process. So I'm going to do the registration process right now. So one more time, click it and go to the network tab. Okay, there is a 500 error. 500 is always something that's happening inside the server. So let's copy the entire error of this and then go to your server here, and then we paste this, and then we see what happens. Okie dokie. All right, all right. So still producing the output. Okay, it's done. I am gonna restart the server here and give this another try. Still, it's giving an error. It's a different error. Let's copy this error. Give it to this server, to this cursor. This is very funny, like when it says, I see this issue, and it's enthusiastic. And sometimes I tune it differently, and it becomes super chatty and stuff like that. And it's nice. I was wondering, what did actually... Yeah, it is TypeScript. I was wondering what was the generated code by Lovable. It is TypeScript, basically. It's good. I'm going to save this. Restart the server in here. Come over here and retry the app. Voila. It's created. On the other side, you can see it. Wonderful. Let's double check if it is going to the database, and voila, it is going to the database. So I can double check that with start recording. Start recording has a UX problem, which we'll fix in just a minute. But let's see, where is it saving it? Okay, so one step at a time. Since the registration is saved, here you can see that if I say Emil Sire, register, it is registered, and then I refresh the database, I can see it in the database. It does not have a LinkedIn URL. LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn URL. These are small little bugs or hallucinations that can happen from an AI-generated product, but that's okay, you can fix them. Like for example here, look, it left full name empty, but in here, name, it is entered. In here, LinkedIn profile, it's entered in this field. But here we have like LinkedIn URL, it's empty. And then you can go and fix it. You can tell exactly this problem. How can I do this? Well, it doesn't work to solve this problem right now. But if you take a screenshot of this, go to cursor, and paste it here and explain the problem, it will also fix that problem for you. But for now, it's not a problem that's worth solving. Let me go directly to the destination where I want to go with this QR code scanning and recording and so on. So let's save. This is a very important part. Like always save your information. Like now I say that added registration form integration with Supabase. It is also saved now. So we're now in a save zone. Okay, now I have the voice scribe dashboard. We'll change this. We'll put a logo of First Friday and stuff. We'll do that all in just a minute. Before that, when I click on this start recording, I don't know what happens next. What I want to happen is like all this information, the registration form should not come again. I should see the name of the person on the top, and then this start recording should happen. So I'm going to take this screenshot, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to paste this screenshot and start speaking. This is wonderful. Now the registration is working. It goes to the database. I can see it on the dashboard. But right after I click on the dashboard, start recording, I should see the page that's loaded with 4 questions, with the name of the person in the LinkedIn profile on the top, and not the entire form. I don't like to see the entire form. When I paused there while talking, I had an idea. When I start recording, because this will happen on the big screen, like everybody's talking, somebody like the operator will keep loading this thing in front of everyone so everyone can see what they're talking about, because there's like a, oh, there used to be a transcriber thing happening. I'll ask this guy to put it back. It was here, right? All right. Okay. Okay, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, it's working on it, therefore it got refreshed. But this was the experience that I was talking about, and it literally hallucinated and then removed the entire thing that's coming here. So, once this is finished, what I have in mind is that I will see this, I'll see the transcriber, like all the transcriptions showing in here, and then since it's gonna add the username and the, how is that called? The URL. I also want to add a okay, that's nice. This is exactly, it already picked its problem itself. But another problem it has is that it's not starting the recording right away. So let's fix that. And how about putting it side by side, actually? This is good. What I would like to do is I'd like to put these 2 things side by side. Because it's a big projector, people can see it's like, let's say 40% of the width of the screen should be given to the questions, and then the rest of the width of the screen should be given to the transcription box, where I see the transcript of the voice. And also, please take care of this name, make it a little bit bigger and move it in a corner so it looks nicer. Okay, what I have in mind, one more thing, is that if since it's a networking event, I want this person's LinkedIn profile to be saved in the corner as a QR code so that they can go and find it out. Okay, it's cranking it. So let's see what happens next. And then we don't need this particular page. We'll remove this page once everything else is done. So we have 2 pages. One is called register. We're going to pimp up this page, put the First Friday thing. And this is actually a user experience that we're going to add on the phone. So we need to also optimize it for the phone. And we will also educate the users how to use it. This is the very important part. So that is the dashboard. It is finished, save. Let's see, we're gonna run it like this on a big screen. So let's see how the user experience of this looks like. I like it the way it puts it here. Oh, it misunderstood it. So it is putting both of them together. No, I want like this box to be on the right and this box to be on the left. So let's explain that to our little dude, Claude. So the problem is that you put like these 4 questions duplicate. I want the one that has like this animation in the countdown on the left side in the entire box for the transcripts on the right side. Okay, dokie. Basically, what we are building here can become a nice tiny SaaS product that all the meetups can use it. I'm getting excited about this a lot, and I will keep building it ahead. And it's called Amigai, a nice name, Amigai. Maybe we can buy a domain name already for this. Amiguy.ai or ami.ai. Amig.ai. That is also available. And amig.ai. Amiguy. This is not available. Amiguy.ai is available, or maybe amiguy.com might also be available. Oh, even this is available, but it only costs 1,000 euros. It's worth it, like that's a beautiful name. Okay, it's running. To be honest, this particular session that I'm right now having is good because I'm kind of like feeling and warming up for the big session I'm gonna have later today. So I'm glad that I decided to jump on this call and start building this. Okay, this is done. Let's see if the user experience looks nicer now. Absolutely, it is going in that direction. It's going in that direction. It's not perfect. The alignments are not perfect, and also the recording is not automatically starting. I want the recording to automatically start, and the proportion of the screen and everything is super nice. I just want these boxes to be aligned properly. What I was saying is like this can move on the left side, and then on this side it can be a big QR code so that when somebody is doing the introductions, they can already scan that person's QR code so that everybody gets connected with everybody else in that room. It's going to be awesome. There are like these little tiny problems. Like you see this wave not looking nice here. We can even fix those things, but yeah, let's do one thing at a time. So we're gonna fix number one the UI look and feel. Number two, we're gonna make sure that this transcript is saved in the database. Let's actually check that right now. So we have this one. I think it was Emil Sire. So transcripts. Okay, it may not be saving the transcripts in the database, so that will be the most important part of this. All right, so in my opinion, then let's start. Yeah, let's start from the UI. This is an easy fix, and then we go to the next step. All right, this is good, but the alignment do not look nice. Check the screenshot for more details. So you can see it now. The alignment will look bad. And what I would like to do next is, instead of like that QR code, I would like to fix the auto saving so that this auto speaking starts, and also saving it in the database. That's the most important part. One more thing we had from before the recording, I'm not sure if that exists or LLM removed it, was saving it in local storage. Yeah, it's not there. As a backup, we should also save it here. So because it's a very young software, I don't want it to fail. If it fails, then it is in local storage. All right, so let's delete these users to make sure we have everything fresh. Also, a nice little message when there is no record. Okay. We can prepare our next message already here. Actually, that's not a good idea because I want to test this step that it took and then take the next step. Because if I give it two prompts at the same time, it can get confused between the two. So let's go here. Let's go to the registration link. Let's put my profile. I'm going to put HTTPS. I saw a problem here. I will explain it later. So now, okay, no, the thing is not fixed, the URL. Now, what I will do is I will explain it very, very much in detail, like this. Like if you were explaining it to an intern, you say that you see this, and you see this, and you see this, and you see this. They are not aligned. Okay. I'm gonna paste. Do you see these red arrow keys? And can you please explain it to me? What's the problem in this screen that you're seeing? This is one of the tricks that I do, that I get LLM to see something that I see and it doesn't see. So yes, I can see the red arrows in the screenshot. They are highlighting several layout issues. The top arrows shows that there is a gap spacing between the left question. The bottom arrows are pointing to the issues and shadow effects. No, it misunderstood it. It went to the shadow effect thingy. It thought that I don't like the shadow effect, but what I mean is like this, like these two boxes needs to kind of like bottom align. Well, I could have said that. Actually, no, there is no problem with the shadows or the gap, but these two boxes needs to be bottom aligned. And then after that, it already implemented something, and then I give the prompt. Hopefully it will fix it. I like it to be like in one height of like one screen. I don't want the scroll to be there. Once that is fixed, then we fix the microphone issue, and then I think we're done. Wait a minute. Okay, I think the generation was completed, therefore the refresh happened. Okay, no, it's still not aligning it. Yeah, I need to. This is the problem with LLMs. Sometimes they get into a corner case that you really would want to. How can I explain it in English? Like, this is not here, this is not there. Or maybe I can put another line like this. So if I give it some instructions like this, I hope it understands it this time. Please move that box on the left in the bottom so that the bottom of both boxes can align together. That's it. I have an idea. If this time it doesn't work, then I have an idea to make it work. In that, I think will save a whole lot of time when you're vibe coding. I hope it doesn't work this time as well, and then I will show you how I will fix this. We're running out of time. I have to start driving in 15 minutes. Okie dokie. Let's hope that it was not fixed. It's not fixed. Good. The idea is that since it got into this loop of like trying to fix it and it didn't fix it, and if you click here, you will see that it did a lot of changes here and a lot of changes here. I'm not sure what else did we change here. Show form, initial form. Oh, I think we also did this thing, right? We kind of like did both of them side by side. The trick I was going to show you was like remove everything and then start from scratch. But now if I remove everything, it will also remove this, which was one of the faults I did. I should have made it not like that, but basically save it one step at a time. Anyways, I don't want to get into coding mode because then the whole concept of the workshop will be eliminated. I'm gonna just give it some more time for the LLM. Okay, that being done. If it didn't fix it in this time, we're going to just leave it like this on the way or somewhere when I found time from now to the workshop. I will then do this part. Other than that, I will fix the voice. And then I think we're good to go with the registration link. Meanwhile, I would like to explain one small little company called Ngrok. You will need this time to time. This is a technical tool, but the idea of this is like it takes your local, you can see this is a local host. It's literally sitting on your computer. It's going to take that local computer software and then it's going to make it available for the internet, for the world out there. So we're going to do that in just a minute. It's done. Still, it's not fixed. Okay, no worries. We're gonna just live with this design issue for now. We'll fix it later. So the auto recording needs to be done. Okay, so we're gonna quickly save this change. Okay, dokie. Off of this, let's do the auto recording thingy. When I open this particular user or particular user's transcription, I want the auto recording to run, like the recording is not running or the transcription is not running. Okay, that's being worked on. It's just that this div, well, I'm going to show you a little bit technical things, but you don't need to learn it. So if you mouse over here, it's exactly pushing it that much. If we literally remove this, everything will fit in its place. It's only just the height of this one, a little bit small, but it doesn't look too bad. I could prompt it that way, that move this as a, yeah, makes sense. I'll prompt it like that, so that it moves like literally that one on the top as one row. And then it should move that, it should work. Oh, as I said, I'm not gonna mix things up. I'm now mixing two concepts together. So I'm recording, the recording is not ongoing, like that's not working. And I think I know why, because in JavaScript, it's a kind of like a sandbox. You cannot start microphone access without a user interaction. So I'm gonna change that UI a little bit. I think it's a sandbox that you cannot change the, or you cannot access the microphone without the user interaction, and therefore the code that is basically used for starting the recording or the auto start code is not working. So what you can do is like put a button, a big button that says start, and when it starts, both the animation on the left side and the transcription starts. So the user has to click. What happens right now, which is not correct, is that the time countdown starts, but the audio recording is not running. So that's not correct. Please fix this. There we go. So let's go to the next step. You're absolutely right. Due to the browser security restrictions, we can't auto start audio recording. By the way, you might say that I'm so experienced, I know about these things and so on. Vibe coding is easy. I have got a good news for you. I help startups, especially early stage startups, in a specific way. So this is my website. You can go there and find more information about myself, even talk to my AI agent. It knows about me. It sounds so much like me. I help startups in a specific package where I do consulting. So these are the ways that I work, freelance consulting projects. This consulting is a way that I could get engaged with startups. And that means all these little nuances, I can be available pretty much instantly on Slack and WhatsApp and so on. And when you're vibe coding and you're stuck, I can help you. So I'm sorry, that was the only commercial, the only, how do you call it? I'm trying to hide. The only commercial I had, the financial commercial that I had. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good. I can see the questions. I can start recording. It's not starting this recording, so it's hello. And the wave is also gone. Let's double check. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, not working. Unfortunately, it's not working, and also the wave is gone. Like even if I click on the microphone icon, the wave is gone. I think we moved the LLM in the corner that it doesn't understand so much, and it's kind of like hallucinating way more than it used to. And that's not nice. Confusing the little boy. He's just 2 years old. All right. We're going to stop at sharp 4, so 9 more minutes, and then we call it a day. Wherever we stopped, we're going to catch it back on the workshop exactly from that place. All right. It is working like this, but I'm not sure where is it saving it. It has to save the transcript. That's the most important feature. If the transcript is not saved, it's literally a useless piece of software. I'm not sure why should we have the clear button here. We'll remove that one as well. Okie dokie. So we'll have a list of all these people. Maybe numbers could also help because this is going to be on the big screen. Everybody can see that. I will put the numbers and maybe change it to start introduction. And if it's done, and then we say that introduction done, something like that. And also I would like to add a button here that I can add a new one. So something like, oh, it's also gone from there. Just a registration form. Or actually I can use this registration form. Oh yeah, I can use this registration form. Because it can happen somebody scanned the QR code and it didn't work. When I talk about QR code, what I mean is basically I will put this thing on the internet and put a QR code behind it so that they can scan and then they can see the registration form. Okay, let's see what happened. It changed it. Okay, let's go and see it's starting. No, the click of that button needs, oh, it's hallucinating so much now. It literally broke the entire system. What happened? Ooh, it's really broken. In this case, then this is the command you're executing, git stash. Like it literally destroys everything that it did, the last changes, and now it goes back to exactly this where we left. So the only thing is that the moment it starts, somebody has to click on this microphone button. I'm gonna fix that, but in 7 minutes, I would like to stay focused on storing it in the Firestore. I mean, in Supabase. So let's go and do that. I'll create a new thing. Can you please double check it's not storing the transcripts in Supabase? What I want is upon completion of the transcript or upon completion of the 60 seconds, the result of all these transcripts should be stored in Supabase. And it should be stored under the record of that user which was loaded. There we go. Oh, it goes from here, back to the start. I don't like that approach. I like it to be stay here so that I can control it, not it goes back automatically. Because somebody can say something interesting here and we can go back and forth. Well, there could be a lot of user experiences that we can think of, but since time is running out, we have only 5 minutes. We have to kind of start being laser focused. So does it have any piece of code that I should run in Supabase? Not yet. Okay. Let's check the registration. It's optional. I'm gonna leave it optional. Okay, John Doe is there. I can record something for John Doe as well. And the recording is working. Everything is working. This one we'll fix in a minute. This one we'll fix later after the recording. And let's see if this can be fixed, the storing of the transcription in the database. All right, finally I need to update the dashboard component to pass the user ID. There are these future advancements coming to LLMs like speed and intelligence. Imagine if the speed of this generation becomes super fast. How fast we can build these things. And imagine if the intelligence of these LLMs become higher, like it becomes better and intelligent things, LLMs, and then you end up having like a great deal of thing. So let's see where it's going to store it. It's not storing it in local storage, which I would want it to do. Later we can do that. The testing of this is a little bit now nasty because we may get disappointed multiple times before we find out that where it's storing it. I think it's going to store it somewhere here or there, but the problem is that we're going to like wait for 60 seconds before we can see actually the results, and that's annoying. So let's keep talking until it gets to 60 seconds. And meanwhile, what I would like to ask it is, where is it storing it, in which table? Can I do this? Which table are you storing it in? So that we know and exactly expect it to be in that table. So there we go. It went back here. It didn't store it in local storage. It's okay. So it's storing it, looking at the code. Transcription is being stored in transcriptions table in Supabase. So we go to our Supabase, transcriptions, and refresh. Nothing is there. So I'm going to prompt it one more time. Oh, do I have to do something? No. I have just checked the transcriptions table. I don't see any records there, although I finished one entire transcription. All right, so we can now check out transcription table. I noticed that you're looking at transcriptions table, but recording code and transcripts was also empty. It can happen that in one part of the code it put it in transcripts, and the other part it put it in the transcription. Well, I also don't see any records in transcripts table. I'm gonna hit send right after checking things out here, okay? Because it can happen that it hallucinated. And I think it makes sense to delete this table, because if it breaks, then we know what is what. And also execute this. Again, it's gonna tell me that it has an error, but it's okay. LLM is on our side. We're gonna feedback this to LLM. I think we can remove this idea that we had and also remove this thing. And I just say error. So what I will do is, as a part of my YouTube series, I will record small little details of how to install Cursor, how to use Cursor, how to execute these commands that we did here, like git stash and stuff, like the basics of Git. And I will have like an entire focus on non-technical founders, okay? So you guys need to not worry. I got you covered. Still, it says it exists. To be honest, I'm fed up of relying on that, so I'm gonna go to the tables. and literally remove it like this. And go back to the SQL editor and execute it this time. It should create it. That is created. Now let's go and start the recording. Okay, now we can start recording. If it was not under the pressure of time and recording, I would have modified this for debugging purposes to be like 3 seconds or something. But right now it's a little bit annoying. It's okay. I have a phone call scheduled at Sharp Phone. I should be receiving a phone call now. Let me write it down. I might be a few minutes late. Sorry. Okay, share your... I'm not sure if this is still being recorded. If it is, then it's a big savior. I hope. Please, LLM, almighty LLM, please help us here. Please work. That's my little bunny crawling around here. There we go. Okay, now let's check out the table called Transcribes. Why is it lock? It shows a lock. RSL disabled. I don't see anything. And what is that lock? RSL disabled. You can restrict and control read. Oh, okay. It's kind of like the. I know what is this. It's kind of like the rules on Firebase. We may need to run some more commands and then it's fixed. We need to open that table for changing. It's a policy basically. And we need to run this. Execute SQL editor, run, done. I hope it's gonna work now. Please work, please, please, please. Okay, another minute of try and error, and then hopefully it's gonna work. If it's working, then I have a good mood going towards the meetup. Otherwise, I have a bad mood. All right, what else? If the saving is working, we can live with everything else. That's pretty much all I'm looking for, that everything needs to be saved in the database. That's the number one solution. Okay. So if we see LLMs from a greater perspective, the future of this technology is amazing. It's the way that allows us to talk to computers. It literally allowed us to invent a new way of communication. Like we had all these keyboard and mice for a reason, and now the keyboard and mice are going to go obsolete because we will have something called a microphone, and everybody will have a microphone, and you talk to your computer, and your computer will execute things for you. And that future is coming. It's amazing how it's moving. It's moving super, super fast. And I'm fascinated about building these kind of AI agents for SMEs with my clients. And this is fascinating. Like people are building creative solutions in the market. And imagine if those creative solutions get out of the market and gets into the hand of these users. Every user can become like 10x more efficient in what they're doing. And that fascinates me. Like the future looks amazing when it comes to agentic frameworks or AI agents as a whole. And meanwhile, we are checking this, talking good things. Please have one record, just one record for me, please. All right, this thing failed us, and I'm sad. At least what I can ask it is that I cannot still see this in the database. can you please do me a favor? Store all the transcriptions in local storage of the browser. And don't change anything in the database that you have done so far. Keep it as it is. Let's see if the local storage works. At least I have one source that I can rely on, and then the database connection I can check later on with it. And I have an idea, meanwhile, about this. I'm super late for my next meeting. I have to start driving and having that phone call. And I have an idea about one thing, that I have this YouTube series called, there's a YouTube series I have that is called AI Talks. Where is it? Here. I have 2 AI Talks scheduled today, therefore I'm going early. And I'm going to pick this, vibe coding, and I will keep doing vibe coding and AI Talks at the same time. So 2 birds with 1 stone. But let's see if this thing worked. Did it save? Did it save? Did it save? Okay. All right, so I'm now talking to the microphone like a crazy person, and I hope it's gonna work in one go. And I forgot to turn on the microphone, so I'm gonna turn on the microphone now. And I think we will put this debug feature to keep it like for 3 seconds, especially for the live audience. They'll get really frustrated if we have to keep talking like for 1 second, 1 full minute in order to test 1 iteration. So I'm going to put that debug flag before the actual show starts. Okie dokie. Meanwhile, I'm going to check one thing, that how many people are going in this meetup. And you also see it with me. It's going to be exciting. Oh, 47, nice. And we also have a Luma page for this. How many there? 11 there. Okay, nice. That's nice. 11 and 47, 50, 60. We're expecting something around 20 to 25 people at least. At least 20 to 25 people. So let's see our application. The generation was completed. It's not storing it, my friend. It's not storing it. I'm super disappointed from Claude. Yep. It's not storing it. Although it said it's going to store it. But I think this auto redirection is causing the problem. Oh yeah, this auto redirection is causing the problem because the script that's supposed to save is not executed. Hey, can you please not auto redirect it back to the dashboard once the recording is completed? Just leave it there as the thank you message comes over. And can you please also add a debug flag? If that debug flag is on, the transcript should not run for 60 seconds. It should run only for 3 seconds so that I can very fast test things. I hope this works off the shelf, and then we let go everything. Oh my God, I'm running too much out of time. I'm super late. But I love vibe coding. I'm going to stick to this for a little bit longer. There we go. Nice. This structure is very nice. Like if you're a coder, you see this, it's much better this way because we can have like multiple stages with multiple configurations, and then we load that debug configuration. Although this particular debug mode is not a nice one, like it could take the key of that object in the place where it needs it. But anyways, what else did I ask it? Yeah, don't do the redirection. If those 2 are fixed, I believe the local storage will also fix and the database entry will also fix. If what I am assuming is the root cause of the problem is correct, then we got 2 birds with 1 stone. I overused that saying. Come on, faster. Slow request, get fast access here. Oh, I'm using Claude way too much. I will get it. but not now, after the recording is stopped. Nice. Countdown timer. By the way, April is a busy month for me. I have 5 talks. That is like almost 1 per week, even more. And 2 of these talks are big ones and big places. I will keep posting you guys there. So let's see if... Okay, this is now 3 seconds. And the second timer is not nice. This is not nice. I don't like it. It should be different. Like, it removed that thing, and also the redirection is not happening. Okay, I give up. I give up, literally. It's enough. I tried it so much. I will keep trying it again before the event. This was just another cool vibe coding session. And wish me luck for the actual session happening in about a couple of hours. And see you in the next video then. Bye-bye.
Ema is helping me. Camila is helping me. You brought stuff. MLP is offering this brilliant space in the middle of Berlin. Why leave it empty? Why not share it? Just open the door. It doesn't cost me anything. It's heated anyway, right? So, first Friday. This is the topic today. We're creating live an MVP. An MVP is a minimal viable product, as you probably know. Well, we call it MLP, not like this company here, MLP, Maschulek, Lautenschläger und Partner. MLP stands for, in our books, for minimal lovable product. Yeah? It's not to create some crap and then, it's kind of working, but nobody likes it, So, in the upcoming events, we will learn how to develop a product. We're going to start today, then we have the open space. Saturday is the last Saturday of the month, where we meet here, but between 12 and 3, 4, 5 p.m., where we do more like practical things. That's the follow-up, because the idea is that the people you meet here for the first time, you say, hey, let's meet and do something together on the next Saturday, last Saturday of the month, right? Because that's how we network. Yeah. What's the idea? The idea is to bring people from diverse disciplines and industries together once or twice a month to network through a common project. This is like trying to sell something, actually doing something together, something that's benefiting us all as a community. Yeah. And in the process, learn how to do the stuff. Therefore, we have two event format. Today is a First Friday event, every first Friday of the month, except in January because I'm in Mexico, and the open space every last Saturday of the month, except in December and January because I'm in Mexico. And you probably ski. Yeah, and we have done this really every first Friday of the month. No pandemic, no Trump, no football, soccer, whatever, it was ever correct. And yeah, the first Friday is they call it a monthly marketplace, you know, for your ideas, that we share your ideas, share your project. If you have a business, pitch it. If you have a social project for cultural or with kids or anything you want to do to make this world a better place, this is a place to showcase. Because then you will meet people who can help you bridge the gap. Yeah? Today, like every first Friday, you have to do 4 things, answer 4 questions. What's your name? What do you do? I'm a software engineer, blah, 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 financial advisor. And how do you help other people? Because if you're doing a business, it's all about helping somebody else, you know, solving a problem. You know? It's not just a product. And we want to hear a call to action from you. What can we as a community do for you, right? Because it's all about that, about getting help from a very diverse network. Because one thing is for sure, you can, whatever you do, no matter what, career, not even a business, you cannot do it alone. You need professional context to be successful. And therefore, me as a financial advisor, I'm offering my clients and my contacts this network to be successfully, personally, and financially. Man vernetzt Finanzberater. Dann haben wir den Open Space, yeah? That's the follow-up, as I said, and that's where we build something together. But the idea is not just build something, anything together, but build something that will help us as a community in total. Yeah? For 3 reasons. If we share, we save resources. It's an economical sense. It's socially connecting us, working on something together, and spiritual, because you're doing something for your community, and that gives us a sense of life. It's not just about making money. It's about earning a lot of money and have fun with it. Yes, and doing something good. Okay. All right. Yes, and we're doing Amigai. We came up with this name. That's an app, a networking app, a networking app that helps us connect and manage our community.
The correct grammar will be that will be tonight.
Will be.
Because you're building it tonight.
We are doing it, we're doing it, right? Yeah. And this is powered by Amarte. That's how I called this whole project. Amarte stands for Alemania Mexico Arte, because it started 15 years ago as a resident exchange for artists between Mexico and Germany. Then I started importing the shoes from the boutique I had there as a case study to show you guys how to start a business, and that's how it kind of created into this. And the message I'm giving you, if you're employed, do a side business. Do a side project. Yeah? Why? It's not deterring you from your main job. On the contrary, you will learn so much thing that will make you in your main core job so successful. And if your job breaks away because of Trump, of tariffs, of AI, or whatever, you have a second option, a plan B. And if you need any help, the transition from being employed to Selbstständigkeit, come to me. I can give you guidance in there. And for the rest, we have the whole community here. Yeah, and how we're gonna do it? You know, every process, when you create something, you start with an opportunity and a challenge. Yeah? What is the problem you have to solve? And it's not just any problem, it must be a very tough problem. Such a pain that people are eager to pay you now. Yeah? So a relevant problem. We're looking for a relevant problem, and that's why I asked you to tell us the 5 top things that annoy you about networking events. Yeah? As we have here, for instance. Okay? It's difficult to stay connected with people we meet at meetup events. Hands up if you also share that after the meetup that you follow up. Wait a minute, I have to document it. Alright, hands up. Alright, that's it? Okay. Events are distributed among different platforms. Yeah, Meetup, LinkedIn, and then you register. Huh? Luma.
A million.
Yeah. And that's for us guys who have to organize an event, pain in the neck.
And for us too.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, because we have to search.
We want to know all the events on a certain organizer, a certain topic, and release them because we don't know that platform where that specific organizer advertises there and doesn't advertise on the main platform meetup.com. For me, meetup.com was in the main one.
Oh, really?
And then I miss events because I didn't use the other ones. And then I hear about them later when they already have passed. And I'm like, oh.
So we can say missing event is one thing, right?
Yeah.
So you like to have one common platform,
Like meetup.com,
Like
or
the aggregator.
the central one for all events. But now we have Luma more and more. Like, oh.
Okay.
Luma is
Yeah,
becoming
so
more
missing the
central.
events, that's one thing also.
yeah.
I would like that people who come to these events get like a reminder that it's the next event. Now we do it mainly on Meetup because it's basically, yeah. So we have here the difficulty of different platforms. What else?
I'd like to add to that a lot of events I do find on Meetup, but they force me to register on Luma, and they have updates on both platforms, so that is really confusing.
What's the whole point?
So I think they use Meetup for like acquisition of people,
Yeah.
and maybe Luma is better for organizers. That's just a guess for me. So they want people to get from Meetup, who has more reach, to get to Luma, which is easier to manage, probably. So I don't know why, but that's my guess. Why people post them on new platforms.
Yeah. So Luma has a better interface for the organizers, like check-in and everything,
That's my
analytics,
suggestion. Yeah, that's what I-
messages, and stuff like that.
And tracking, but we don't have something overall cross-platform. Cost money, it's not worth it. Yeah, do you have to pay something? Yeah, how much you pay?
€5, €10.
5-10 euros? You do it in cash or how you do it?
Credit card.
Credit card? Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to bring wine, yeah, and snacks. Yeah? But therefore, if you didn't do that, hey, we're gonna stay sober and we're gonna work more. Yeah? And then what I see here is how to find the location, the venue, which is a. Was it difficult to find this venue for you? No? Okay. Well, that's also the idea to do it always the same day, same place. Not having who the other attendees are. You don't know the people who are in advance. Yeah? So the venue is scheiße. Shit. Then we have not knowing attendees.
GDPR, you can't take it.
You can if you have Meetup Premium.
Topics are relevant. Missing time to what?
It was a missing timestamped agenda.
A timestamp agenda.
Yeah, meetup starts at 7, alright. Arrival for half an hour, then at 7:30 we're gonna get going. After an hour, I want to know Otherwise, I'm
Okay.
going to waste my time.
All right, okay. So, if in case I didn't do it, after this introduction round, which I'm gonna have it short because you said long introductions, everybody gonna.
But I didn't mean.
I know. Everybody will tell the name, what you do, how you help other people, and maybe call to action.
From now on, we'll have this Amigai, and Amigai will force everyone to only speak 60 seconds. So,
Yeah.
introduction rounds will be short.
That was me, because some people they just
Yeah, keep
speak
talking.
half an hour and then they will say, okay.
So, when we do the 60 seconds, can we participate now? We still have to build it the next
That's
time.
exactly what I'm fixing. Like, there's one last bug I'm fixing. You keep the crowd warm, I keep fixing these bugs, and then we do something live.
All right. Yeah, so identifying the problem. We have to identify the problem first. That's what we did last time in the open space. We figured out what are the problems. Organizing, posting the events. I really would like to have a tool where it goes automatically on the 15th of every month to Meetup, LinkedIn, automatically, and that it would retrieve information from all platforms to one central thing, so we have a reporting so you know who will attend, and even the probability, because of the past attendance, he will show up with 85% probability or 0. Yeah, could be. That's something I want to create with you guys. Yeah.
I'm interested.
Huh? Yes.
I'm interested in that, in event I create.
What?
I'm be interested in collaborating on an event I create.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Luma actually has a feature where you can see who did not attend, and then, so for example, Product Lab, they have a rule: if you do not attend 3 events, they'll ban you for 6 months.
How does Luma know who
okay.
attended?
So for
Is it
every
scam?
person who comes in,
Scam.
you have to check in. So who the person you registered but didn't check in.
I went to many Luma events where nobody checked me in. So,
So-
everyone's absent.
They have an option.
Yeah,
Or probably
not
they-
all
It's up to
events
the
do this.
organizer whether they want to
But
implement
not
it.
all
or not.
events do this.
No, so it's up to you as an
Yeah,
organizer,
no,
yeah?
Yeah.
That's a cool tool.
Yeah,
Cool
so because
feature.
Product Lab does it and several other
Genau.
organizer also don't do it.
And we can think about creating a QR code that when you come here, and then that's it, you know?
CIC
In
does
our
that.
previous
Yeah.
AI workshop, nobody was checking, right?
Interesting thing.
So everybody
Too
was
many.
absent.
There were too many there. You couldn't check it all.
I mean, there's technical solutions for many things, but then think about non-technical solutions that are more clever. you know?
Psychological.
Yes, like, why would you register?
Incentive.
But why would people register anyway?
Bottle of wine.
The bottle of wine, you should bring it, no? But what's the reason to register?
To get a pass.
To find a solution to the problem.
No, if you why the
people.
organizer wants that somebody registered to the event.
There are different motives, of course. So, for
To build a
example,
community, to build people.
maybe the agenda, maybe the
Follow up.
networking, maybe the community could be anything.
To know who is in the round, no? To
So
see
to
if
find
there's
who's
enough
attending.
space,
Yeah.
probably,
Meet more
right?
like-minded people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To meet
Probably
more
to
like-minded
know for the other attendees to see, okay, who joined also for the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody done that before and look in the list?
I have.
Yeah.
You did.
Always.
Yeah.
And then you come to the event and the people who registered didn't show up.
That happens, but you get an idea about like what kind of audience. Some people also have their profile updated, so you can see the titles and
Yeah.
everything.
You can add them into your network or
Yeah.
find them.
You also want to know who you want to talk to, who's potentially more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, for example, yesterday there was a meetup, and there was one guy who only came because he wanted to crack a deal with the speaker.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so we want to know who is in the meetup. Yeah. For organizing the events, my experience here, scheißegal, yeah. If you have 120 or 20, it's always the same. So I stopped planning. And at the end, it doesn't matter who comes. Yeah. If a certain person comes or not comes, unless it's a speaker. All right.
And that happens too.
Okay. What else? Exchanging context details. Is that a topic for you?
Yeah, it's difficult. Like for LinkedIn, you do QR code and then do one-to-one exchange. But if the Meetup app that we are using, that it could facilitate something like that, that would be interesting too.
Okay. Have anybody of you have a situation where you see, I need a software developer who knows Python? Is that a thing? Yeah? And what you do, you go to LinkedIn and write the name and Python and then, but then you don't know if that person is good or not, or available or not.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we do the first Friday, so we can meet up here and see the real vibe, you know? Because we need to know somebody, to like somebody, and to trust somebody to make business. How to figure out in person. Huh?
You probably get some email, personal details from Eventbrite, Facebook, Meetup, and then do awesome, basic awesome. Check if they're real or not. Or
Yeah.
Within the app, there could be a space called request, where you can ask for certain references, and within the community, you'll get reference or contacts that you already know or somebody in your community knows about.
Or a place in the room where you go stand when you want to talk with someone regarding something that you're looking for.
I think we did that once, like tables or
Or a
marketing.
request corner. You want something, you stand in that corner.
Exactly.
And then everyone knows that you want to request something.
Yeah. We do that in the open space Saturday. You can come up with a topic like, I'm looking desperately in an apartment because my wife kicked me out, something like that. And then, and then we would, okay, you have no, yeah, look here,
You have an
can call this.
apartment.
I'm looking, so if anyone has
Or we have this challenges, no? That we solve ad hoc right there. We can solve a problem on a Saturday. Yeah. ¿Cómo vas?
Last try. Just 30 seconds. Count down to 30, 29, 28. Keep going. We'll keep doing this exact thing for the rest of the evening. So.
Okay, so
So the boring things are starting. Your talk is really interesting.
is it? Yeah. Okay. So what are we're building? We have actually here two problems, and therefore we have WhatsApp group, a general WhatsApp group for the first Friday that only people who came here can go there to. And then we have an IT group where we work on this project. Yeah, and we have two projects in one project. One is organizing the things. I'm really sick of posting, editing the events, uploading them, reminding Yamal, one of our members, to post it in LinkedIn. Yeah, because I'm tired of posting shit. Yeah, and Facebook. I want it automatically. Then you get an automatic reminder, you know, and after the show you get an email with the presentations if you opted. Something like that we have to work out together. No, what are the steps? That's one thing, the organizing thing, which I understood is more difficult to do than the actually language model. Like, okay, here's the idea. I hope I get it right. Okay? Okay.
You got it right.
If we build a networking app, yeah, well, you have to retrieve information about the community, right? Now, retrieving data from your clients or potential clients is one of the most difficult things in the industry, because we have two kinds of data. We have the so-called thick data and the big data. The big data is what they're spying us on Google and these. Why? Just to send us, to send us a connection to a company, to enable us to go to a link, and then get into action with maybe a person. So we're disrupting it, yeah. We're turning it. We're starting with the persons, yeah? And so we skip all that, but we have to know, what are you burning for? The thick data. what you really want. But most of the time we don't know, probably. So these soft data we need. Yeah? And I think we found a solution. Normally we do it, everybody presenting a 60-second format thing. And if you come every first Friday, you of course would not say the same. You put a different hat on. No? Okay, I could say one day, oh, you know, I'm doing loans and I helped a client to get a loan over 1 million and I did this. And then the next time I can put the hat on having sold a real estate thing or health insurance, or there was somebody who had no health insurance at all, it's obligation here, they will get arrested, I save it. No? And every time you say something different, and the people who come here also regularly would get a picture of you. Like a kaleidoscope, like, you know? Because you cannot say everything you are in 60 seconds. So that's how we solve it. Now, if we want to put in a technological level in that, especially with the language model, I think has some benefits and some pros and cons. The pros of a language model, it knows how to work with a language. It's scheiße für data. Yeah? Don't rely on what ChatGPT is telling you on hard facts. Yeah? But for a language model, it's very good. And when we see what we're doing here, we are also practicing our presentation skills. We are practicing our pitches, which is really hard work. You know, the last week I was in the chapter Jaguar from BNI, this Business Network International. Everybody got 60 seconds to say exactly what they do. And if you don't come to don't attend an event twice or 3 times, you're out. But you pay like 1,000 euros a year for being it's great. I was there. And I founded this chapter, you know, and there are over 50 people, and we have to pitch, and I don't get any business referrals. Ja, dann pitch war scheiße. Ja? Und dann beim nächsten Mal, next time, you adapt it, and then suddenly you get like a reaction, and then you see, okay, this is the way it's going. And this is also important for you, not only for your personal branding, but if you create a product, you have a business idea, if you don't speak it out, if you keep it secret, it's scheiße. You have to go out and get feedback from every people you can get. Besides your mom, who would say she's proud of you, no? Or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, whatever. Yeah, you're doing great. No. From people who are far enough to give you sincere feedback, but not that far that they want to harm you or insult you. And that's for this is a space where you can present and get feedback. Then you probably find somebody who can help you do it better. Then next first Friday you have the chance to come again and present the updates. Yeah? We put the opportunities in the bucket and the challenges, which is the same. Then we co-create all together ideas. Then we develop and test something we will do here. We go in the iteration, improve. You make the case, deliver, implement, growing scale, and then you can change the systems, technically, when you scale up in a big case. So that's basically the journey of every business that you're starting. Okay. That's a roadmap, and we're here to
Nico, I'm ready.
Yes?
Yes,
So-
I fixed it.
Okay, so you already built it?
Yes.
Okay.
We can do the introduction round with the
Okay.
bot.
Now I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, and it's all voluntarily, okay? Yeah? We have a language model that will record your pitches. Yeah? Correct?
Yes. I can maybe quickly do a.
And just make a test. I want to know, for instance, add to the 4 questions the country of your origin.
That's
Say,
all.
oh, I'm from Brazil. And then we can ask the language model, oh, who is from Brazil here, the last first Friday? What's the name of the architect? Huh? Imagine. What do you think? Scary? Are you in? Awesome. Yeah? Okay, if you don't want to be part of it, no problem.
Okay, so if I connect to the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Testing. Can you disconnect? Maybe it's not allowing me because you're connected. Oh no, there, 7192. I'm gonna kick you out.
4.
4? Okay. I was checking you guys. Okay, let's quickly do the picture.
Are we recording now?
Not yet. Can you disconnect, please? Can I touch your laptop? I already touched it. It's okay. There we go. And that should do the job. Let's quickly check this out.
Now, it would be cool, like, if you think through it, if you have a language model like that, we can afterwards maybe make a synthesis, like a resume of the network that we can post on LinkedIn, so we know, people know what we discussed, for instance. We can highlight the highlights. Sorry, my redundancy. We can do so many things, yeah?
Amigo, I just need to make sure that this is running. Otherwise, the entire recording will be wasted. And it's also good for you guys that you can see it. Still, QuickTimes. Stupid QuickTimes. Can I use your computer for recording?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's gonna work. It was just.
Yay!
I did some stupid things. Sorry. We'll do a lot of stupid things, right?
That's normal.
It's this one. And we're gonna do. Hello, amigo. Amigo. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay. And your beautiful voices. Hello, amigo. Perfect. We're good. This is it. We're right. Okay, this is the receiver. This is going to go to everyone. You're going to talk. And when you talk, we're going to do something crazy like this. You will be spied by whatever. I'm not going to name them. It's a spy project, so it's going to be something like this. Wonderful. Nice. It's working. The microphone is working. I'm going to do one more tick check. Can someone from, like, I will, can someone like hold this and go at the end of this place and then keep talking so I can do a tick check?
Hola.
Wait a minute.
Testing.
Wait a minute.
Hola.
Hold on a second, please.
Hola, Pierre. Hola, cacerola.
Hold on, please. Hold on. That's good.
Yeah?
Hold on a second. Yeah. Can you please talk? Keep talking.
Sí, bueno.
Maybe English.
Oh, in English, okay. Pick a language.
Oh, sorry, no English.
All right.
You broke it.
Really? Did I say like an F word or something?
Okay. Go.
My name is Alejandro Wagner. I'm a financial advisor. I help people from different countries with financial advice in Spanish, like real estate.
Do I not really deserve a round of applause to fix this button?
Yay!
We're gonna have a very nice round of.
Thank you, Ale.
Alejandro, maybe you can start with your round. Maybe we can
I just,
start with.
I just.
No, that was not finished. It was in the debug mode, so I'm gonna
But
put you.
can you like paste it to the time too?
I will. That is the QR code for everyone. Actually, thank you for reminding me. That takes us to the QR code scanning time. So please scan this QR code and leave your beautiful name and your beautiful LinkedIn URL. That's important.
Doesn't work.
The QR code doesn't work?
You have to be logged in into Gmail.
Oh, really? It's not public?
You have logged in automatically to Google.
Log in into
Never.
your Gmail account.
Does this work? Okay.
Some tender care.
So?
Yes, it worked.
Yeah, it
At
works.
the last minute, like literally, I was giving up and it worked.
Some encouragement.
Oh,
So what do I
I'm
do?
so happy. They're gonna register, and I'm gonna start with you and with me, and then we will do the round of.
What is it registering for?
This is going to the system, and then when they
Done.
talk, then I connect them
Ah.
like this. It's just the name and the LinkedIn URL. All right.
Show the QR code one more time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, LinkedIn URL.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That's your tech check.
You go to the app, go to your profile, and then click on the three buttons, and there's a sharing option. And you click on copy and paste it into that form here.
I feel like you just guided me because I'm exactly as this.
I have
as
a
you
little
said.
Where is it?
recommendation for you guys. If I were you, if you like myself, you fill out a lot of forms, which require your LinkedIn.
I'll send you your
Go into
LinkedIn.
your
No, no, I
settings,
just want to
add the
know
shortcut,
how it works.
SEM,
this
or
is-
what do you call it when you just
Oh, it's in German. I don't know, but
let a shortcut,
Thailand.
add the link
Thailand.
of your LinkedIn code,
and then
or
copy.
LinkedIn link,
There must be a
and
copy
whenever you type in a link, you just type in ZEM,
coherent.
and your link shows up.
Oh, nice.
That's I
Look at that. It's
You
coming.
Type it in.
Look, it's behind you.
Yeah.
When you're fenced in. Look. It's coming there. Alejandro, already there. Number 14.
That's easy peasy registration.
Yes, sir. It's not done yet, sir.
Right around for 10? No.
What?
Do you have to do anything else?
No, it's done. You can throw your phone away.
I don't know.
Okay. So we have got 14 people.
What else? Everybody has here the.
Okay, this is gonna be a game changer for future ones. There are a lot of things we need to polish here and there. I'll do that during the month. For the next month, it's gonna be a game changer.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. So should I start?
Please.
Can I start?
Yes.
So those of you who still want to scan this QR code, is it possible is there anyone who cannot scan this QR code and want to participate in this round of introductions? No? Okay, then I will
Is there
start.
anybody who does not want to participate?
I assume that it did not save the form. I don't know why. I will try it.
It's okay. For those of you who scan and it didn't work, you can tell me when the microphone arrives to you. I can find you on the list and I will add you on the fly, okay? I will add you on the fly so we don't need to go through that. Alrighty. So what we will do now is I have got Ranjan, can you please remind me, like literally in a break or sometimes, to share the QR code, because I feel a little bit too much salesy if I share the QR code now. Yeah, because first let's deliver the value, then ask him to come to our next paid event. Okay, so I'm gonna wear this one, and no slides. I promise I won't have any slides. It will be all code tonight. So. Before we start the round of introduction, I would like to start with me. And actually, I'll use the app as well, because it would be not nice if I'm not using the app. So let's give me also 60 seconds, okay? So let's start from here. I'm gonna register myself. My name is Emil Sire. I get a few seconds more than you guys. Okay. So that is Emil Sire. So hi everyone, my name is Emil Sire. I'm a software engineer doing it for 23 years in a row, 17 years of that, literally full stack development, 7 or 8 years of that in AI applications, 2.5 years in AI agents. I'm a consultant. I help SMEs build AI agents. How I do others? How I help others? It's basically by providing free workshops. I provide almost every month a free workshop and teach others how to build AI agents. And also, I come and hack things around like these cool things in meetups. And I have a YouTube channel. I would highly appreciate if you subscribe. And because I'm producing a lot of good content, that's what I need help with. So spread my content as much as we can. As a married person, having 2 kids, and still having time to produce that much content is a lot. Thank you.
Bravo.
I made it on time. Please, everybody, respect the rules, okay? So which way do we start? This is the microphone, okay? Which way do we start? And first...
And stand up when you speak, yeah?
Yeah, first I need to know the name so that I can bring the name here. And then when you hear my heads up, then we go to the guy or girl.
Doesn't it find the name automatically?
That's the breakage. Well, yeah, in the next... It is here. Just tell me what's your name so I can pick it from here. Oh, yeah. Your name is Alejandro Wagner. So I'm going to put you here in just a minute.
Next time it will scan your face and put it automatically.
Absolutely. Okay. Alejandro Wagner. 5, 4, 3 to go on.
My name is Alejandro Wagner. I'm a financial consultant who helps expats with financial advice in Spanish and in English on the topics of bank accounts, investment, property, loans, everything. And now how do I help others? With my First Fridays, where you can find other people and network.
You want a button?
Yeah,
That's a feature request.
Yes, it's a feature request. Yeah.
You have to pay for that.
And how do I need help? Yeah, if you know anybody who is lost in translation with their finance, some engineer or software developer who wants to build property or wants to buy property here in Germany, come to me.
What if I've lost my finance?
Perfect timing.
We'll find it. We rebuild it. Yeah? Okay.
Perfect timing.
Perfect.
What's the name?
Bren Hill. It's up there at 9.
Number 9. Hold on, Bran. I got you covered. Go, buddy.
Hi, my name is Bren Hill. I'm a software engineering manager here in Berlin at a place called Delivery Hero. I've been doing software engineering for 15 or so years, quite a long time. Mostly back end, but also front end, just kind of whatever I needed to do to make jobs happen, just what was interesting to me. What do I do to help others? A couple things. I do a weekly Sunday meetup where I often help people in the software industry come to Berlin, just to be social. I also do some freelance, like fractional CTO work with different startups that need technical leadership. And since we're about to, what do I need to help with? I'm looking to understand the current state of the art with generative video AI and dive into that. So anyone who has any experience playing with those tools like Comfy UI, things like that, and some of those pieces, I would really like to talk to you to just kind of know where to dive in. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you. Who's this guy? Number?
Nisar?
Oh, you don't have it, right?
No, I have it.
You made it?
Yeah.
Nisar number? Number 20.
Yeah. Yes.
Hold on a second, please. this experience will be much better for next Friday, I promise.
MVP.
This is the MVP.
Should have made an agent for this.
It will have an agent. Nisar.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Nisar. I'm a web developer with experience of several years of experience developing web apps and for small businesses. And I have developed ERP systems and web apps mainly for businesses to manage their stuff. And how I help others is I give people who are new to the tech advices how to start their journey. And what I need help from others is I'm looking for someone who is like-minded to start a startup or something, and to join an idea or to work on my idea. Thank you.
What's your idea?
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Job portal.
You can keep talking. It doesn't play.
Thank you.
What's your sort of idea, Nisar?
I have an AI job portal idea
Okay.
to filter out the fake jobs. Right now, the job market is filled with 40% of fake jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Really? What are
you sorry?
fake jobs?
Yeah, fake ghost jobs.
Posts.
You might hear those people who are searching for job might have faced this. For example, you apply for 10 jobs and you never hear from 4, 5, 6, something like that. This is a big problem because you put a lot of effort to apply for a job, and then your time is wasted. That's
Yeah,
a big deal.
I have heard the same thing because a lot of companies kind of showing tractions.
Yeah.
They just put a job advertisement. Like it's just a number that they want to show to the investors. Yeah,
I want to ask for the reason, but okay, that's the reason.
that could be the reason. Yeah. And,
Yeah, there are many reasons to that.
okay, next.
Number one.
Number one. Gordon, you're so fast, man.
It's a shortcut.
You have a shortcut
Yeah, on the
on the Google form. There was one.
no. When you I type in my LinkedIn code link
I
very
see.
often as a shortcut.
I
I use
see.
ZEM.
You have it. It's,
You don't
it's
use that
already
anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So you're ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Hi, everyone. My name is Gordon Handke. I have founded a startup called Android AI. We have created an AI operations manager that helps SMBs, specifically in the real estate and insurance space, improve and automate their processes intelligently. How can I help others? I have a lot of experience in sales, sales strategy, acquiring customers, and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions how to get over that hump to get that first person into your call, I'm happy to help. What do I need help with? Well, I like sales. So if you do know SMBs who would like to at least have a touch point with AI, have an AI audit and where you can implement it, please make an intro. We're always happy to give kickbacks on deals closed. And that's it. Thank you.
What's your good name?
Varun?
Varun. Where
14.
is it? Number 14.
8.
Yeah.
8.
Number 8.
8.
Okay, Wait. Almost there. Alejandro's picture. Varun Jane. Your time starts now. Please go
Hi,
ahead.
so my name is Varun. I'm a product manager. I started as a developer. I have about 14 years of experience. How do I help others? Is like I do workshops. I'm part of the community, also trying to do some events with Berlin product managers. So I can help you with early stage startups. 0 to 1 is my space.
Right.
Attenzione.
Okay, guys. So let's start the workshop. It's going to be really fast. We're going to go fast and try to finish it as soon as possible. Probably it'll take something around 90 minutes or maybe less, but we can stop at any time. What I will do as a part of the workshop is that we make sure that you don't fall behind and you don't sleep. Therefore, I'm going to use this not as a stick, but as a microphone, because I'll give this microphone to you, and then you will talk, and we will kind of like have a very collaborative session. Okay? So we're all on the same page. We still have a whole lot of things to cover. But before, if you don't know me, you will not be as excited as I am, because I know myself a lot. As they say, like, you know my name, not my story. So just a little bit, maybe 2 minutes. I'm a freelance engineer. I've been building AI agents for the past 2.5 years. I'm a freelancer. I help big companies build AI agents, especially those without APIs, not important. Really cool topic. Check it out. Something to do with computer use or operators. OpenAI's operator. I'm specializing there. I speak 5 languages. I'm super geek and also super management guy. I know marketing, sales, and a couple of things from the marketing lingo. I've been building companies. I built 5 companies in the past 9 years. What I'm currently doing is my personal brand, emilsire.com, and I'm entirely focused on that. And I have been working with big companies like Klarna, Siemens, Allianz, and so on, and I keep working with these kind of companies. So whatever I'm doing here, you guys are not my clients. I don't mind if you will be, but please don't see anything that I'm doing here as a sales technique. It's not sales. I'm not selling anything. It's just spreading the word of AI agents, the AI automation, and I'm spreading the word of these cool AI products that are out there in the world. And then these guys, these big tech or big companies notice that, oh, there is this guy in the city, let's hire him. They hire me, that's how I make my money. So it's nothing to do sales here. So let's go, that's it, no more presentation. I have a very detailed thing. We just went through the intro. So what we will be building is on this diagram. I'm going to explain this diagram in just a minute, okay? Before I explain the diagram, I want to explain what are we going to build, okay? I used to come in this meetup since 2017 with my wife together. At the time, even we didn't have kids. Now we have 2, 6 years and 1 year. And I used to come here to drink, and now I'm coming here to enjoy. So I don't drink anymore. That's a good thing. I mean, it's not a bad thing if you're drinking, so you keep drinking. I won't drink. But now I'm here to build this little thing here. And this is a small gift back to this community. I'm building this software for First Friday because this has been a great opportunity for me to it elevated me all the time when I needed it. For example, I was running this AI agent company called VoiceKit, and I have a lot of videos of this literally in there testing VoiceKit with a lot of people in here with a big loudspeaker in front of us. What is VoiceKit? It's just a voice AI agent that I built for 1.5 years, went through Techstars Exploration Program. Pretty cool product, but unfortunately we had to liquidate the company due to lack of funding. Therefore, now I'm entirely focused on building AI agents for SMEs. So now this product that I'm going to build for First Friday is a small gift back to the community. Thank you so much for being always there and promoting me. And it's a reciprocity, so you get back. So what we're going to build is called Amigai. It's an AI agent that it's going to supercharge First Friday. It's kind of like your AI buddy for meetups. What you saw earlier while holding this microphone and talking to it was built in 1 hour and 44 minutes. And it is available on my YouTube channel. You can go and watch everything I have done there. And it's literally the last video that I uploaded on my YouTube video 2 days ago. What we're going to do now is to do the same thing and do it in a very small step at a time so that you guys learn how to do a very complex product like this. How complex is it? You are going to know it in just a minute when I explain this diagram. And then the format of this presentation is going to be super interactive. I'm going to hold this, come to you, give it to you. You ask me questions, I answer it. It's not that we finished something today. It's that I sparked that little thing in your brain that says like, oh, I really don't need to be a programmer to build a product. And then the rest of them, you can find it by yourself, either from ChatGPT or from YouTube videos or even bothering me on WhatsApp, asking question. I'm just joking, I'm not bothered. You can ask me a question on WhatsApp. How do you find my WhatsApp? emilsai.com. You can connect with me here on WhatsApp. But I appreciate both WhatsApp and LinkedIn so that I can also know exactly who you are. Alrighty, so what we're gonna build is based on, pardon? Spam permission, yeah, go spam me. So we're gonna do this thing called vibe coding. Yes, please. No worries. You interrupt me, then I like it that way. Go ahead. There are no slides. Everything is being recorded right now. My screen is recorded. That will be available on my YouTube channel in like 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because like the architecture, so I'm not sure if we can zoom in to the YouTube thing. So that's why.
Yeah, I'll leave a link to the architecture of that on my YouTube channel. Good point. Yeah, good point. Okay, so any one of you know what's vibe coding? It's a new term. I think you know it, but it's Please tell us what's vibe coding.
So like instead of coding everything from scratch, you can use AI assistant to sometimes put up a boilerplate or sometimes to complete the incomplete functions. So that way you can save time in doing things which are repeated and repeated and can be simply filled up by something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So Andrei Karpati, the co-founder of, not you, Andrei. you got it. Yeah, me. No, Andrei Karpati, the co-founder of ChatGPT, or the former co-founder of ChatGPT, is the best engineer I know. Came up with this term somewhere in February 2025, I think early February, and he said like, I have a microphone. I talk to the microphone. Things happen. I see things. I say things. I correct things. I don't touch the code. I just keep clicking buttons. And it blew the internet. Like this vibe coding thing is like the new buzzword in the market. Everybody goes through it. And I was ashamed of sharing that experience all the time. We can have the party in just a minute. So the whole idea was like literally not looking at your code and then keep like giving the entire drive to the AI to do the product. And I used to do this like for a year or so, and I was ashamed of doing it as a super senior developer, clicking that button, not looking at the code. And then this co-founder of ChatGPT or OpenAI comes and says that, okay, I also do this, and everybody now in the programming community are saying like I'm a vibe coder. So we will be doing vibe coding. I will show you how to vibe code. I think that's pretty much enough of this. Let me explain the diagram or the things that we are gonna do. So what we have is always in a meetup, we have a lot of cool guys, like you guys. There are a lot of cool guys, and you on the other side, this little cool guy, can only meet with a few cool guys, and girls as well. Like guys is like neutral now. So now the problem is that these cool guys and girls can only meet each other if they had a chance to talk to everyone else. But AI is there to help us with that. How? We take your sample of like 60 seconds of your pitch with that experience that you saw earlier, and then we match you all together with each other. And potentially, also, they taking information from the rest of your sources. Obviously, we're in Germany. It's going to be like GDPR, EU AI Act compliant. And I can give a full presentation about that because I do EU AI Act as well. So basically, we're right now planning to spread it across 2 different versions. This, what we're going to build now, is version 1, which will help us to do the introductions with that 60-second pitch that you went through, and it's gonna take like a bunch of questions, like those 4 questions, but you can also define those questions for your meetup. And then you end up having an AI match in place, like which will definitely help you get better matches based on those 60 seconds of these people. A Tinder network, like Amigai Tinder. Yeah. So that's the whole concept. Version 2 we're not going to build. Version 1 we're going to build, or we are going to try to build. But the main idea of this is so that I can show you guys how these 2 products work, Lovable and Cursor. Okay? Cursor is a technical tool. It's for programmers, but I will show you the basics of it. And I'm planning to do a whole playlist on my YouTube channel where I will show literally step by step everything. The way I have just done it, in March, I did a workshop about AI agents. And this was really, really nice experience. We had like, how many people? 75 plus people. And there is this like really amazing experience. Like all of these people learn how to do AI agents, like learn how to build AI agents. But as a part of this workshop, I supplied a playlist, and I'm going to do the same thing with you guys. That playlist was literally explaining every single content of the workshop in great detail, but very, very organized. This one. It has 12 videos, and each single video explains that one concept very, very well. In this one, we build a voice AI agent where you can talk to it. It's like Samantha from Her 2013. And then you can like literally talk to it. It's a voice AI agent, and it works off the shelf without any interactions, like what do you call it, hands-free, because you can literally keep cycling or driving or do whatever you're doing. And then you can go and talk to your AI agent, and that AI agent is in the background your ChatGPT. And it really pretty much is an awesome tool.
Hi, Amo. How are you doing?
And it sounds like this. Yeah, I'm doing good. Can you say hi
I'm
to
glad
the?
you think so.
Can you say hi to these awesome, cool guys and girls in the room who are here to learn Lovable and Cursor?
It sounds like you're in a great environment for learning. If there's anything specific you'd like to discuss, or
So that's how it sounds like, and that's how we did this workshop, and that's how you will get also a material like this, so that you can go home, watch these ones, not like 4 hours of these cameras. It's only for the algorithm. YouTube algorithm will find more if I pump a lot of data. Okay, dokie, enough of everything. Now, let's go to a quick introduction of what are AI agents, and then we get to Lovable, and then we start doing it. Not those who were in my workshop. You're not allowed to answer what's an AI agent. For the rest of you, I will bring you the microphone. Please tell me what is an AI agent. Anyone wants to participate? What's an AI agent?
An AI agent is any LLM-based autonomous, let's say, workflow that works by itself with predefined mechanisms.
That's very good. Like you said, workflow, mechanisms, intelligent. That's good. Anyone else want to enhance that definition? You were in my workshop. You're not allowed. Not those who were in my workshop. You want to do this?
Maybe we could add something like the AI agent makes decisions on his own.
Yeah.
So that could be a supplement to what he said.
Yeah, like self-learning.
Yeah.
Not only decision, but also learns. Over time, it learns. Anyone else want to add? You're there. Okay, perfect. Then let's go to the next step. Let's start from a quick introduction of AI agents. I have, is it this? Yeah, it's this one. So what are AI agents? Basically, AI agents are those programs that learn and make decisions to perform tasks on your behalf. And if you remember that old input process output, it's the same concept. Your input could be a trigger to the AI agent. The AI agent can have like these 3 little components, and it can have an output. For example, Samantha, I just called her. The input was this phone call that I talked to it, that went there. I talked to Samantha. Samantha created a conversation. The output could be, please tell me what is the last email I have. And that is what we are going to do in my next workshop, which is going to be on 3rd of May. For those of you who signed up, it's going to be on 3rd of May because I couldn't find a venue for 28th of April. And basically, an AI agent should have like these 3 basic components: an LLM in ChatGPT, something that can store the memory, the temporary memory, the chat history and stuff, and access to all those tools, like your Microsoft Access, your Salesforce, and so on and so forth. So those are basically the very simple definitions of what are AI agents. What we're going to do now is get into the real thing, getting into the Lovable and Cursor thing. First thing first, if you want to know what is Lovable, Lovable is, I'm going to open it in Chrome for a good reason, because this browser I have, Arc, do not support this one API that we are going to use. So I'm going to open first in incognito so I can explain what is Lovable. So Lovable is a Swedish company, pretty new, like a couple of years, I think, or even less than 1.5 years. And they use an LLM under the hood, probably Claude. Anyone who doesn't know an LLM, and I can explain it very quickly? Yes, an LLM stands for large language model. What the whole world did is like they got all the text of the world, they put them in a metrics, or they did some magic, they turned them into numbers, and now whatever you say, like you say, I love my life, my wife, my son, my whatever, my laptop. And then that next word is based on the probability of how the sentence was used in the history of the language. Therefore, it's called large language model. It's a model of the English language initially, but it's also translated to so many other languages. Okay, so this tool is a developer tool, but for non-technical people. With this tool, you can build software. You can build web applications. I'm not sure if you can build mobile applications with this, but at least web applications. And today, we're going to build a quick demo of what we saw in the introduction round, and then we will build this, or we will take it down to my laptop, and then we'll use Cursor to do some stuff with it, okay? Let's start then. The first thing, for those of you who have a laptop and want to follow along, can you raise your hand if you already have a Lovable account created and you're ready? Okay, one, Ranjan, you want to follow along? Okay, yeah, if you don't want to follow along, it's okay, then I can go super fast and then we can make sure that it's interesting for everyone else. Otherwise, you have the video and you can do it, or you can kind of buy me a 2.5 euro coffee as a bribe, and I can show you in a coffee shop. All right, so let's go to Lovable. So Lovable has a very nice, why can I not, because I'm married? I don't know. I cannot type it for some reason. Okay, so the first thing you see here is all your projects are here. You can ask a question like ChatGPT in here, and you can do like see the rest of their website. I don't know why their dashboard looks like that. Anyways, I can keep pinpointing a lot of UX things. In this experience, what I will use is a voice transcription service. That's not a part of Lovable, okay? That is something that I have. Like, for example, if I go to google.com, I want to search something, I can search something like this with my fingers, or I can press this button, something, and then I can search something, okay? Mm-hmm. So whenever you see this animation, it is not from Lovable, it's from my MacBook. I have set up a software called Super Whisper. That's Supercalls is one of my Microsoft products that I built but never launched. Super Whisper. If you want to use this software, it's called Super Whisper. It's really good, and you will see it in just a minute how good it is. The free version, I think, has some quality, but it's not good quality, but you can pay some money to make it nice. Okay, so let's start from this. What did we see here? We saw that we have, let's start from where can we start this app? Always think about this. Like, I have an idea in mind. And that idea can be, ideas come to you very vague. Like, it's just like, I'm gonna fix this problem of introduction that we have at First Friday. Now, how do we fix that is the part that Alejandro and the other team do this on a first Saturday. Last Saturday or first Saturday? Last Saturday. Open Space Saturday. And there are a lot of frameworks that you can extract the idea and then kind of like understand it. But imagine once you have your screens or your wireframes ready, then you come to Lovable, not before that. Before that, you go to Alejandro. After that, you come to me. So what I want is a solution. Imagine if we didn't have the software before that we saw. Imagine if I want to have like a button that has like a microphone button. Very negative mind. Okay, and then another screen where I can see the text. Okay, when I click on that, and then I see the text, and then maybe another screen where I can see the list of everyone who talked and their LinkedIn profile. They talked, their LinkedIn profile. So that's how you come with ideas. You kind of like scribble it on a piece of paper. You think about it, and then you come and talk to it like this. So now we're gonna build this part. We're gonna have like a microphone button. When I click on it, I start seeing transcripts on my screen. How do I do that? It's like this. You come to Lovable, you sign up, you pay the money, you pay your credit card. I'm in no way affiliated with Lovable. Actually, I should be.
Yeah, exactly. I should use it for you for free.
Yeah, I should. So, yeah. So here, I'm gonna start my transcribe. Can you please build me a very simple voice application that takes the microphone input and then it creates the transcript of that on the screen. And as I'm talking, I want to see the transcript on the screen. And for this, you can use Web Speech API. Nobody asked what is Web Speech API. It's just like a standard. I just told it to use this as standard. How do you know which standard should you ask? You need a consultant. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not selling anything here, but
How much?
I don't drink wine anymore. So what it's doing a few things. Look at this. Give it a name. Whisper words now. That's a nice name, huh?
It's also reducing your credits.
It's also reducing my credits. And it's what that means is basically everything that Lovable does, it charges you money. And that's absolutely fine. I think that's called business. Pardon?
Per prompt?
Per token, basically, yeah. It depends on how many tokens your prompt has. So it's the code is generated. It's a little bit expensive, to be honest. I did a comparison in this 1 hour, 44-minute video, and I built both of these apps in Cursor and in Lovable. Cursor won cost-wise and also the thing-wise. Please.
You can do the free thing, and it's 5 prompts like a day, which sounds like not much, but like I've been doing that every day. You just like adjust, and you can pack your prompt honestly, and just go off of the advice it gives you. You'll be fine. I mean, like,
yeah.
Unless you're like.
I never tried the free one. To be honest, I just thought about a hack.
Depends, like honestly, like I packed a lot into a prompt, and I did my MVP in a day. So
It worked, yeah.
And it also does mobile app because I recently did one.
Oh, nice. Which one? React Native?
React Native.
Nice. Then it makes sense.
It for commercial.
Absolutely, for anything. Like you can download it and then put like a nice.
Yeah, but if you have you need to pay, then you can use whatever you want.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it's not super expensive. Like you pay, I don't know, 20 euros or something.
you can put in your website or
Yes.
app.
Yes, you can build anything with this.
You can export to GitHub also, and then
We will do that actually in this program. Like in just like 5-10 minutes later, we'll go and move it to GitHub, bring it back to. Okay, so now this is what it produced. Like this is the application. Actually, this application looks better than our application. Or Amiga is better, huh? You like Amiga better or this one?
I don't know. Is it working?
I don't know. Let's try it out. So let's try it out. Okay. So I click on this. It asks for my permission. I'm gonna click allow this, and I'm gonna keep talking and see what happens. Hello, Amiga. Hola. Oh yeah.
Not really.
Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for, something that broke, and how do you fix it, okay? So I have a couple of methods. I use screenshots a lot because I think it gives more context to the LLM. In this particular case, there is no state that I can do. What I can do is like look at the behavior, okay? What I'm doing is I'm clicking, nothing happens. The microphone changes the state. It's called a state. And then the message here changes a little bit. And this is how you ask the LLM. You say it like this. There is something wrong. I cannot transcribe. When I click on the microphone button, for a split of a second it changes, and then it goes back in the initial state. It just doesn't work. I cannot basically see my transcripts on the screen. How is my English? So you just need to know English in order to build products nowadays, I think. And a consultant to tell you what to ask. I should have not said that I'm not selling anything here. Yes?
You can also use like an LLM to think of this, like tell me things I don't know, help me think of things.
Wonderful.
Give me a security,
Good point.
like, design.
Very good point.
Like, don't need a consultant.
Absolutely, very good point. You mentioned a you don't need a consultant. Yeah, I agree with you. But SMEs need a consultant. The big guys need a consultant. So, yeah, this is. Remind me about this. I do this with the SME clients. I will try to show this to the crowd so that they can also follow this. Please remind me about this. We will do a user story or something, okay? About this thing. So let's see. It's cranking the numbers. Okay, it's done. Okay, now it's working, and I can see my transcribes. No, so this is called vibe coding. I literally didn't see the code. Actually, I don't see the code. Why? Because this toggle button is turned off. It's in the preview mode. And now, what I would like to do is I would like to click on this button called Publish, and then click on this Publish. What it does is it deploys it on the internet. So you can send it to your grandma, and then your grandma can use it. Or maybe not. So here, it's now deployed on this link, whisper words, blah, blah, blah. Let's check it one more time if it works fine here. It is working fine. Oh, I should have used this one, actually. Okay, now, what I want to do is I want to go the extra mile, which I always want to do the extra mile. Speaking of mile, by show of hands, who ran a marathon or a half marathon? You, oh my God. Half marathon? By show of hands, who did half marathon? Full marathon? Full marathon? Full marathon, nobody? Okay. The half marathon, guys. Huh? What was the question? In which country?
I watched the movie marathon.
I said, who ran a marathon? So you ran a half marathon?
half once, not now, but
in my dream.
Okay. No, I'm serious. You ran a half marathon. You ran Ranjan. We can talk about this. Gordon, please, let's talk about this. because I lost 17 kilograms in the past 7 months.
I saw it in
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My wife is also proud of me. So what I'm going to do is go until February 2026, which is my birthday. I'm going to put like 6 packs here, however 6 packs I can. And I'm going to do a full marathon between this time. And I want to take tips from you guys. How did you do it? How did you do the prep? What did you eat? What did you drink?
Eat less.
Eat less.
Just drink.
Drink a lot of water. Okay. Yeah, we'll have those discussions. Yeah. Thank you. So please reach out to me. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go the 6 mile. That's how the marathon detour started. And I'm gonna move it here on my phone, and I'm gonna see if it works here on my phone as well. So paste, here enter, and there we go. Allow, and I can see actually something that is working. That's amazing, right? I did not see any piece of code, and I am right now running something that transcribes my voice. And it has like so many other moving pieces that now when I open the code and you see it, it's mind-blowing what's happening right now in this frontier of AI, like code generation. Please.
Out of curiosity, so once you've generated the code with Lovable, Cursor, whatever tool you may use, what do you do in the next step? I mean, you don't constantly just want to have it hosted by Lovable. I mean, does it mean you're going to take the code and post it in your own GitHub and deploy it from there? Or?
We're going to do that now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that is a part of the agenda. Yes?
Maybe one question in between. How long will it be available on Lovable, and then how much traffic can it handle? Is it just for like a few clicks for like testing my MVP, or going to the usability test with like 10, 50 clients, or test users? So how much traffic is it handling?
So the hosting cost. You're saying the hosting cost.
Yeah, of that URL.
I'm going to show you something. No, not pricing, but I'm going to show you what this is. On my YouTube channel, I have a playlist called Sire's First Look. What is Sire's First Look? It's actually Sire's First Look. I look at these products for the very first time, and I capture my raw emotions with that product. And I saw Lovable 2 days ago. I don't know a lot of things about Lovable, but I could build something like that. Well, Lovable is not built for programmers like me. It's built for non-technical people. There are a lot of questions I don't know about Lovable. Like, for example, the pricing, the hosting. I know they have these features, but the easiest would be like go read their documentation or go kind of like turn on the, wait a minute, go to ChatGPT, and then, no, you're laughing, I'm serious. Here, turn on this, and then you basically, what is the pricing model of lovable.dev? Is it gonna get, ooh, it got it. You see, that's the quality of this software that I'm using. This is another software I'm using. It's from, this microphone is from Mac. Look at the quality of this one. What is the pricing model of lovable.dev? Lovable.d, not .dev.
The second one is from Mac?
The second one was from Mac. It's not as good as the one that was made with this one developer somewhere in the US, I think. Here, it costs $20, and that's the website, and then you can go in that website and then check it out. All right, so let's go back to our project. What I would like to do, please.
Maybe I missed it, but if the transcription part is not part of Lovable, how did you implement it in the first prompt in the
Web Speech API? Web Speech API. I'm going to explain what is that. So there's a standard called Web Speech API, and this is a part of the browser engine. All browser engines have a transcriber. Therefore, the quality of the voice was not really good. The quality of the transcriber of Amigai was not good. Don't look at me like that. I'm going to change the engine of it with a good one so that you have a good one, but this was only built with 1 hour and 44 minutes. And then if you want a good one, you know what to do. We're going to use that phrase a dozen times now. Alrighty. Okay, now I want a volunteer. A volunteer who speaks English. By show of hands, who speaks English? I know everyone. Okay, you want to be a volunteer? Take the microphone, please. You raise your hand, right? Sunny, I would like someone else to pick something in this voice transcriber, and I want that someone else to explain it to you, and then you explain it to AI. Okay?
Say again? What?
So, I will pick another volunteer. Who is the other volunteer? Okay. You know you're an engineering manager. You're too technical for this. I'm sorry. You will explain it way too good. All right, let's do it. Okay. I'm coming near to you because this microphone should capture it.
Should I go there then?
No, you can stay in your place, yeah.
Should I
The idea is that this is the app. I want this app to come with a... Actually, you're a good candidate for this because you're an engineering manager. I want to pick some product manager from there, but for the next feature, we're going to pick product managers, okay? This is the app. Come up with an idea and explain that idea in normal English language to Sunny, and then I will let Sunny explain it to AI.
Okay, broken phone.
Yeah.
An idea for the app.
An idea for this app. What do you want to add in this app?
I have an idea.
Yeah, MP3 downloadable.
We'll have downloadable. Okay, so we'll have the transcript downloadable.
Okay, that's a little bit tough. I'm an engineer. I know what it requires. Let's see if Lovable can do that.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, a button that will download it.
Don't tell me. Tell the AI guy. Wait a minute.
So when it's transcribed,
Yeah.
right at the end of the transcription,
Yeah.
it should give you a button.
Yeah.
That when you click on it,
Yeah.
it'll save as a text file.
Okay.
The transcription to your computer.
Okay. Do you want it? Do I have to press the button or do you want it automatic?
You press the button.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
A button, yeah? Right next to those copy and save buttons? Okay.
Download.
All right.
Did you guys see that? For those who are not product managers and who want to build a product, they went in a loop of questions and answers. He asked a few questions. Do you want it like this? Do you want like this? Like the toppings that you get in your ice cream. It's like that. And that's how you build a product, right? Now you have AI on the other side. So ask yourself.
Spicy.
So ask yourself, what kind of a product do I want? Do I want a button to click and download? Just to paraphrase what was L? What L? What's your good name? Bren L. What Bren said, like as a feature request, was a download button as an MP3 file, and then Sunny
as an MP3,
text file.
A text file.
Yeah, just
as a text file. Yeah. Did you say text file? Okay, you changed the scope.
No, download text file.
Okay. The whole time I was thinking it's an MP3 file.
No, it's always a text file.
Okay. It's easy. It's possible.
Yeah.
It will work in one prompt, I'm sure, because the browsers can convert files and then they can do a download.
It's already text.
It's already text. Yeah. It's there. Okay, so the requirement is that it's gonna download the transcript in a TXT file, so that I can use it in my notes app and so on. Or
TXT or PDF?
It doesn't matter. No, please do it with TXT. PDF needs an engine. And
he's already started. No.
No. I never started it. Okay, your show starts now to the AI.
Okay. Please add a button at the bar where it says copy, save, clear, called download, that when it's clicked will download the text transcribed after I record.
Okie dokie, let's see the show if it is able to do it. I think it's possible.
Which text file? There you go.
Okay.
TXT.
What does it say? It asks some questions. Wait a minute.
Already does it. That's already.
Oh, it does.
Very well.
Maybe.
Let's go with the MP3 file.
Wait. So did that take any tokens now?
No, because it has a.
Okay.
We were like so engaged in our own conversation, and we didn't notice there was a
How
save
about a
button.
summary with bullet points?
Yeah, we can do that. Summary button.
All right.
Already there. Yeah.
No, summary is not there. It needs a chat GPT
summary,
integration.
Yeah, summary, that would be
Summary would
A summary would be nice.
So summary button.
Okay, summary button.
Any other requests?
Let's do it one at a time.
Okay, one
at a time.
Is it
That's
going
a very good thing, okay? You need to put it one at a time. If you give too many prompts to the LLM, the poor guy gets confused. It starts doing hallucination and then headaches.
I wouldn't even let myself talk to this guy. Like, I would first.
Alejandro, the next one we can also do.
I would pass it through GPT and tell him organize my prompts or something
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah. You can ask
I don't trust
LLM.
me.
You can ask LLM to generate your prompt. Yeah.
No, organize what I want him to do, and then. I'm a mess,
Can we also do one thing in the next event? We add like a comedy session. It's really nice. All right, your show starts now.
Please add a button at the bottom bar called Summarize that when clicked will summarize the transcription made during the recording.
Good. I like it. It was good. It was precise, but it has a little bit ambiguity. It doesn't say like what to use, how to do it.
How? Okay.
I hope Lovable will ask.
Do I get time for corrections?
For what?
Like, can we correct it?
You can correct it. You want? Yeah.
So, what's missing? Like, as a text file?
What I'm saying is like, if I would be doing it
to summarize what?
Yeah, I would be doing it like this. That hey, can you please add a ChatGPT integration where I summarize it with ChatGPT?
Ah, like how he's gonna summarize it? Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
It may have, but it needs to use my. I'm curious. I don't know. It's generative AI. It's going to generate it. I don't know what's the next. Good idea. Let's go with that. Let's go with that prompt. Let's go with that prompt and see what happens. Okay.
Because I think it should have some sort of AI.
It does have internally, but what it does. That's a good question. Actually, it's a structural question. What it does is it generates software for us. And that software should be decoupled from Lovable. Therefore, the LLM sitting in Lovable should not interfere with our software. Our software should be kind of detachable. Therefore, I want ChatGPT to sit inside my software. Yeah. So what is it saying? It says that let's add a summarize button. And then I have added summarize button. Okay, it's kind of like summarizing it too much, that summary button. And I don't understand from this right now. How did it do it? It added it.
Where is this summary? Where is this?
We'll check it in just a minute. After testing the software, and then I will open the code and I will read it, and I will tell you guys how did it do it and what should be the right way to do it. Okay? This is one pitfall that non-technical founders may fall into, that like asking very vague questions, and then it builds a very vague product for you. So let's do it then. Okay. Talk.
So I'm talking again, but this is going to be really stupid because how is it going to summarize something that's stupid? So
keep talking.
This is oh yeah, okay. So I'll talk about my project, My Creative Pro, that I forgot to talk about when I was presenting myself because I had a blackout.
Do it now.
Again. Okay, so I'm also creating an AI marketplace for creatives that will connect between brands and creatives. And it's going to be powered, connecting them through another app called Elion that will create an AI strategy, content strategy through market analysis, positioning. Okay. Anal market.
Okay, I am doing this. Summarize? Let's see the summarization, okay?
It says anal market in the.
Leave it. Let's create that kind of market analysis.
What's the summary here?
This is what's the summary.
Between. It's pretty much correct.
It's too summarized. Let's see what it'll do.
It says the first sentence and some key points.
No, what? How does it summarize it? Is my question. Is it using ChatGPT or not?
Yeah, summary false.
This is all front end.
Competition with ChatGPT, but it's just building.
No, under the hood. What I mean is an LLM, not ChatGPT here. Oh no, it's.
You guys have to look at that every day.
Yeah.
It's not using an LLM.
It's literally doing like some manual like way of.
It's not really summarizing it. It's grabbing the first sentence and then.
Yeah. It's hallucinating. So now, perfect scenario created for this. What I want to talk about, like in a lot of scenarios, this is going to be very nice example. Please listen. You can sit if you want. You're done. You baked me a very nice scenario that I can talk about. Look, guys, you were supposed to build as a non-tech. Are you technical or non-technical?
Creative.
You're creative. Yeah. Are you? That's a good way to say it because non-technical sounds a little bit offensive. From now on, I'm going to say, are you a technical or a creative person? So.
Technically?
Yeah, I'm technically creative person. So Sunny is a creative person. He thinks creatively. But unfortunately, an LLM is not creative. It's just a dumb machine. It just cranks numbers.
But it can be very creative.
It can be very creative if you have a consultant. I'm not selling. That was funny. It's gonna get funnier and funnier.
Without any alcohol, it's great.
We don't need wine.
Basically, if I'm gonna make a post on LinkedIn about today, I would say it's very easy, you need no coding, but you need a consultant.
It's gonna become a meme, I think. Okay. So what I want to say is, stick with me. No, that's enough.
Always.
So the part is that you need to know exactly where to hit the hammer. I'm gonna tell you guys a very nice story that has resonated with me for a very long time. There is a merchant. He has a ship, and he takes this ship, and then he always goes to this particular island, brings stuff, and then that stuff he sells in the other place. One day he comes to this island, the ship breaks, the ship engine breaks, and he is a merchant, he is a businessman, he has money. He says, bring me the best mechanic that you can find in this island. This old good mechanic comes and then he sees the engine and then takes a small hammer, bang, the ship starts working, sends a $10,000 bill to this merchant. And then he says, oh, one hammer, $10,000? Send me an invoice with line items. He sends an invoice with 2 line items. The cost of hitting a hammer, $1. The cost of knowing where to hit the hammer, $9,999. So this is the cost of knowing exactly where to hit the hammer, like that web speech API. Therefore, so now we got a situation for ourselves. We need to have a ChatGPT integration. Very good situation. I really like that we went into this corner case so that we can resolve it. This, please.
Do you expect non-technical people to go into the code that far?
No. Therefore, you need a consultant. So no, I will tell you why, how you can solve it for yourself. So now you realize that, oh, this is not doing right. Something is wrong with this. I talk for 2 minutes. I only see 1 sentence. And then you go to ChatGPT or this thing. You ask, let's actually do that as I'm speaking. Whatever I'm doing, let's do that. I go to ChatGPT and I ask a very non-technical question. Like, hey, I have this app where I get the transcription of this thing that I'm speaking on the microphone. I want to take the summary of that. Can you please tell me how can I do that? And then in normal English language, it just basically tells you how to do it. And hopefully you'll stumble upon some information that is nice. There you go. The first piece of information is involving OpenAI. And now you don't see this. What is this? And you literally do one thing that might be something that a lot of you may say, don't do that, I'm going to lose my credits. But I'm going to do, wait a minute, do this. Copy all, come to your here, and give it this prompt. So literally I got the whole thing that was generated by ChatGPT to Lovable, and I hope Lovable now will have a good direction to do this. So I got ChatGPT kind of interface it with Lovable, like literally copying everything from ChatGPT and then pasting it in Lovable. And then now,
What did you ask ChatGPT?
that part?
I asked them, or I asked it this question, like, I have this app where I get the transcription of this thing that I'm speaking on the microphone. I want that. I want the summary of that. Can you please tell me how can I do that? Like literally, if a non-technical person would have asked, no technical things, and I have some pieces of code. I have things that probably will help Lovable. I brought it forward. Now Lovable is asking me some questions. I have noticed you have shared some content. Summarize. If you want to enhance functionality, take first sentence. No. Add some keywords. No. Would like to improve the current summarization algorithm. No. I'm gonna ask it because I know from the other one, Lovable now is kind of like again losing interest in my eyes. In the other video where I showed you guys, I actually put them side by side somewhere in here, and you will see I'm building the same app at the same time in Cursor on the left, on the right side, and on the left on Lovable. So and then the final winner is Cursor. So therefore we are gonna now move to Cursor.
I thought you would
No,
say Lovable.
I'm gonna show you how to use the Cursor now. It is in my agenda. It's coming next. No, you can do that. That much you can do it yourself. So okay, now let's go back to Lovable. Now, since Lovable is kind of playing dumb, despite the fact that I give it so much information, it's prompted like that because I realized that it is just a front end. Now it's going to spin off a full stack, and it's going to create like it's becoming complicated. Now I'm going to ask it a little bit more detailed. Actually, I need an OpenAI ChatGPT integration so that a ChatGPT call can automate, or sorry, not automate, summarize it for me. Since it's an LLM, I can correct myself during the talking, so it also has a small brain. So, okie dokie. I believe if this didn't work off the shelf, we're gonna continue with our agenda, take it to Cursor, build another feature, and then call it a day, and do a closing round, which we usually do. This time we deserve to go home early. Last time it was 12:30.
Early, you mean like 5 o'clock in the morning?
Okay, it's still cranking some numbers. In this time, I can take some questions. Yes?
Yeah, I just started using Cursor actually.
Can you, Ranjan, can you please pass this microphone to him?
I just started using Cursor recently, and I see that both Lovable and Cursor you can integrate with GitHub. Is it possible to like create something on Lovable and then make edits via Cursor, and then just immediately see the changes back on Lovable? Because
exactly, and that's what we will do. We'll download it to the next topic would be to download it in my connect it with LinkedIn. Connect it with your GitHub, and then download it to your computer, open it with Cursor, do some changes, move it back to Lovable. And I have an idea for you, because you ask very good questions, on how to perhaps use Lovable for free, create a bunch of users, it gives you 5 free
and just share
credits.
the GitHub repository.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Put it on the GitHub, download it, push it in the other user. So then you have like 5 credits or 5 prompts. 5 prompts per day, and then you have 5 usernames, and then you have 25 prompts per day.
Yeah, sure.
Or just contact Lovable and tell them you're doing workshops and give you for free.
No, or just buy it. Use it. Buy it. Okay, can you pass the microphone back here, please? Don't throw it.
Excuse me.
Okay, so let's see what did it do. It said I need the API key. That's nice. That's a good thing. That's asking for API key. So I understand that. Okay, I have added open AI integration in your app, and with a secure way to input and store API key. When you click summarize, I'm not sure where did it get my API key. This seems to be hallucination.
And also, do you in that same
Local storage. It's who is the program?
Lovable chat. Do you still sorry.
Yeah.
Same Lovable chat.
Yes,
Do you,
here.
ask it how to find that API key?
Oh yeah, that's it.
API key, but like.
How can I store my my API key in this?
Yeah, where do I find how? In order to give you my API key access, how do I do that?
Where's that microphone? Okay, take it and then prompt it.
Oh.
Take the microphone and prompt it.
I pressed the button there. Is it off or?
It's blue. Can you press one?
What should I press?
It's just it's a switch. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a switch between background noise and not. Now green means background noise cancellation is on.
All right.
Hold on a sec. Go.
As I'm not technical, I wouldn't know where to find my personal API key. Could you give me a step-by-step guide on how to do that, provide it to you so you can integrate it into our Whisper Words Now?
So it says something around, I'd be happy to guide you, OpenAI. Okay, these steps I know I will show you guys and get an API key in just a minute. Enter
Would you
the
recommend that, though?
enter in the app. Pardon?
Would you recommend to query it questions like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because to me it seems like it. When I use OpenAI, it obviously really quickly can get confused, and in order to minimize the confusion rate, I would try to separate the chats that I base my queries in.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
So
I also do something very similar in Cursor. I don't use Lovable. I use Cursor, which you'll see it in a minute. We have to start speeding up because it's 10 o'clock. Then we basically, what we do is, this question is, can I answer just this? Like, the question is like, should I keep asking and asking and asking for a very long time with my AI, or should I keep questions in small and then refresh the entire memory? The latter one is a good idea. Refresh it all the time. I also do that when I build a feature. We will see that in Cursor. I don't know that workflow in Lovable. I think we can also know it somewhere. There should be a clear button. If there is no clear button, leave the project, come back. There doesn't seem to be like a clear button where I can clear all this chat history, so it can start from scratch and then it doesn't get confused and the context window does not get really bloated in that sense. Okay.
Can I like just
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I forgot.
As like a not technical person, you need to like find some way to like put guardrails on yourself. Because like I mean, you shouldn't enter the API key like in the chat that way. Also, if you're on free, this is all public. So like if you have your API key hard coded into something that's public, someone's just
Good point. Very good point. So I'm going to show you guys a few things when it comes to API keys that should save your bank. Okay, you don't put your API keys on public places like the free one, which can be pushed public.
Also, if they're GitHub's like
in GitHub and so on.
It's like public or private.
It has to be on Gitignore, yeah. And the most important part of this is that you need to make sure that you put a limit on your ChatGPT playground. So how do you get an API key as like this? You go to playground. Open it.
If I would publish like this, would then the API key automatically be safeguarded or they could read it? Or
I
don't understand the problem here.
The problem is that right now Lovable hallucinated in a very stupid way, and it stored the API key in the browser. And we're going to fix that. But before going there, what I want to show you guys is if you go to your ChatGPT account, you create these API keys. You can create it. It's always secret, therefore you keep it secret. But I have all for my YouTube channel like delete later, and I forget to delete it. But it's okay. Why? Because I have a usage limit in here. Is it here or somewhere? There's a limit that I can set. I think it's in billing somewhere. In settings. In here, limits. I have a limit. Okay, this is the API call limit, but perhaps on limit here. This is my current balance. Sorry, limit is a concept that's in another cloud platform that I have. But in here, you turn this off. You make sure that, therefore I'm zooming this in so that you know it. Otherwise, I know stories, horror stories of people being sued by Google because they didn't have a limit, and they sleep, something happens, they wake up, they have like $250,000 of billing on Google.
Yeah.
And there is no way, because it's consumed. It's an execution that has been done. You can't do anything, and Google doesn't have any problem because you use their credits. But the only problem is because you built your software. Joke coming. With an AI tool, and it didn't have those guardrails, and it like blew it. But you can save yourself by putting these limits. Buy the credits, put the credits there. Anything goes wrong, I'm going to lose $45, which is in my account right now. And when it hits zero, all the API calls will be rejected. So therefore, I don't have any fear of going to create like a
Set monthly spend limits.
yeah, you can do all sorts of limits as well, like not only based on the auto renewal, you turn that off, but you also do monthly speed limits. Okay, that was what I want to show. As we are running out of time, I would like to move on to the next ones. Let's actually create the summary with cursor, okay? So we can move faster. Alrighty, so now we have this app. It can talk, but the summarization is shit because it was done by Lovable. What we'll do is we'll click on this this GitHub button that basically connects our project to GitHub. How do you do that? You will see it in my YouTube series that I'll generate in a couple of days. Okay? Maybe on Sunday I'll generate it. And then I click on this. Right now it's configured. You just get it off the shelf, and then you get this. All of these steps that I'm doing right now, you don't need to be worried about. I will do this on that YouTube channel, on that YouTube playlist. So I'm going here. I'm copying it. I'm coming here. As I said, all of these, I mean it, all of them. So I'm going to go in here. And I'm going to say git clone this. Whisper words. What a nice name.
Wait, what?
Whisper words now.
No, wait.
No, these are the steps that you don't need to know now. The YouTube channel will teach you very detail by detail. You have to go this, download this from here. This is what this does. This is iTerm2. It's a terminal that allows you to write commands that does things on your computer. And I will teach this as a separate teaching material on my YouTube channel. And if you follow me, then you can get a notification. Alrighty. So now we type cursor dot. This doesn't come off the shelf. I will also teach how to do this part so that you can open cursor easily. Okay? Now I open cursor. This is basically cursor. And now I will do some steps that you don't need to worry about doing. This will come as a part of that tutorial. Okay, now I know what to do. These commands, all of them will come off the shelf for you. So you don't need to worry about knowing it now, or even knowing it from this video that you'll later on get it. And I will leave a link to this video and the video of the playlist when I upload them on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to go to Chrome. One note, please use it in Chrome, okay, if you're doing this particular example. Because Chrome supports Web Speech API and Arc do not support Web Speech API. Okay, now let's do this. Let's pick a small feature first so that I can explain cursor. And then as a second feature, we will do the summarization, and then we will call it a day. Okay? Now, Call to action, anyone wants to volunteer to suggest a feature for this app. And then we will use Cursor to build it.
So from the text, you can pick like the most common words.
That's complex. Let's pick a
Word
easier.
count?
Yeah.
Storing
Word count, that's an easy one, yeah.
Storing previous chats or previous transcriptions.
Okay.
On the side,
Yeah.
in the sidebar, like a ChatGPT bar.
Okay. Maybe we give a chance to both of you. Both of you give. This is an easy, quick one. You do the prompting first, and then Gordon, you do, and then we go on. So the way you use Cursor is first you will need to do the installations and everything. You get it here. There are certain areas in this. There are these files. This area where you open that file, you click it, you open it, you see it. But these are not important. We'll just close all of them. We'll not see any of them because we are non-technical. Or creative, sorry. Technically creative. Because we are technically creative. And we're going to put these two things side by side just to generate kind of like a user experience that looks so much like Lovable. I'm going to resize this as much as it can go. And okie dokie. Nassar, you can go.
Okay. Add a new feature that after transcription, it should count the number of words in the transcript.
Okay. So just normal English, you hit enter, the chat goes there. It does a lot of things inside this so-called repository, but we're not worried about that. We just see the outcome. We keep talking, seeing the outcome. Cursor is pushing the code for us, and we keep ignoring it because we're vibe coding.
What would be the performance difference if a programmer is writing this code and this is doing automatically? What do you think the difference of performance?
I think at least 10x speed.
If we have a programmer.
Yeah, if just a programmer is using not an AI tool, and a programmer is using an AI tool, it's at least 10x faster.
I mean,
and a lot of things, maybe more, maybe 50x.
I mean, out of curiosity, like a programmer would obviously have to write all of that stuff.
Exactly. Like we have to write it down. I used to write it down like
paste it from Stack Overflow or something.
Not always copy paste it. Most often you write it.
Yeah. Okay.
As a programmer, also you write it. I write code today. I write code.
All right.
In corner cases, but mostly I talk to the cursor.
Because in companies would definitely need this AI developers. They can't rely on this, right?
Oh, that's a philosophical question. Whether programmers will still be there or not. It's a question that a lot of people are asking. Whether I, as an accountant, will be there or not, and so on. But in 10 years from now, 90% of jobs will be gone, and they will be automated by AI.
New jobs will be created.
The ones who will remain are the technically creative.
Exactly, creative jobs will go out the last time. I was watching this on the way here. I was watching Peter. What's it called? Peter something.
Levels?
No, not Peter Levels. Peter H something. He has a podcast and he brings Diamandis, Peter Diamandis, and he interviewed recently 2 days ago the big investor of AI, Anuj. It's an Indian guy, old guy, Anuj something. And the same question was being discussed there, like very philosophical questions. Vinod Khosla. Vinod Khosla. He is a big VC and mostly $1 billion or something on AI. He wrote an article in 2012 that do we need doctors? Another one after a year, do we need teachers? And now after like 15 years, that's the question. Like why do we exactly? That's a philosophical question. It's a good framework to ask. Like, do we actually need doctors? Not now, not 10 years, not maybe 20 years. 20 years, do we need doctors?
There are many kinds of doctors that AI cannot replace.
How do we know that? I'm talking about 20 years from now.
Doctors that need to touch you and like understand where not only the technology scans your body, but they have to human touch it.
All right, guys, welcome back from the short break. This is the last part of this tiny workshop. In this, we will kind of like generate a lot of value as a closing session. Like, I'm almost done with my agenda. We will do kind of like one small part, or maybe that summarization part. So we will put that summarization part here for the app that we built. Here, this summary button, or something with AI, so that we can kind of like start building something that's complex. In Lovable fails, this is a perfect example of that. And then we will call it a day. Okay, it may take like 5 to 7 minutes if we go like in one go, or maybe 10 minutes. But if we interact and have questions, it may take a little bit longer. And we don't have any problems with Vimeo if it gets longer, or it's okay, yeah. And we can get longer. So if you have questions, feel free. You can ask questions. I can give you the microphone. We can do the prompting and so on. And if you're missing your train, I have a car. I can take at least 4 people with me, anywhere on the southeast direction, southeast of Berlin.
You're all nerds on a Friday evening. What are you doing?
Go back home.
And get drunk.
And get drunk.
No, we can do this is hybrid. We can get drunk.
Yeah. We just need code to get drunk. We don't need alcohol. Vibe drunk. Okay, so we wanted to add this feature. We added this feature of counting. So let's see this happen or not. But then I'll get to a few things in Cursor, and then we call it a day. Okay, so let me check if the speech recognition works or not. All right, so it is supposed to work. It is working, and there is a word count. Look, Nisar left, I think. Nisar, if you're watching this video later, look, there is your feature that you have requested. Okay, so we got our feature. Now, since we are in Cursor, your changes will not be automatically saved the same way as you saw in Lovable. In Lovable, it automatically saves your changes. Now, Nisar requested this feature. Now we need to save it. You need to go to your terminal, and you need to do some magic. Word counter.
This one is also in the video.
It's in the video, but right now I'm not going to teach how to do this, because if I say that how to do it, it will be prolonged, and also it will not add value to you because you don't know where to start this program from. What I will do is I will go in at home, maybe on Sunday or next week, whenever I have time, like 5, 6, 7, 10 hours in one go. I will go and generate like a very detailed tutorial for very, very non-technical people, technically creative people, for very, very creative people who can actually step by step, like literally, now I was going to say baby steps, like literally step by step, one creative step at a time, and then you will be able to open this kind of things. Perhaps even not the terminal, and then use these kind of like buttons on Cursor that does the same thing. Like there are features in Cursor that you can go here and then click something and then click something. I don't use those features. I use the terminal. I'm an old guy coding for 23 years, bragging about nothing. Okay, let's go and build that feature of summarization. This one is an advanced feature, okay? I'm gonna be a little bit fast on this. If it failed, then we leave it as it is. We don't bother too much. And if it worked, then you see the magic of vibe coding. All right, this is so cool. Now, can you please add an OpenAI ChatGPT integration? Make sure that the API key is in a .env file, and perhaps you're gonna spin off a Next.js app so that it can have like a backend, so that all the traffic goes in a safe way. Now, what I spoke there is technical.
We do key point extraction rather than simulation.
Good idea. We'll prompt like that, like as a bullet point extraction. Yeah, we'll do that. once this setup is done, and then we'll kind of like prompt it that, can you please create a markdown extract with bullet points, and then we have like a markdown interface.
Or key topic.
Key topic, or something like that. Yeah, we'll prompt it exactly like that. All right, so it's cranking all these numbers. These are code, but under the hood it's number. So
you need to dominate the technical stuff, or you have to be very precise, because if somebody has no coding experience, I couldn't have told.
Yeah, this sentence that I mentioned here, like express.env save and these things, they are, to be honest, there are not so many of them. If I would,
It's going on.
yeah, it's going on. Like this is, the cursor is a strong thing. Now it has done something, and it has asked me to put the API key somewhere. Now if you follow these instructions, you'll see something that it has created a file here, .env. It's just a file name, and it needs an API key. I showed you guys how to generate an API key earlier. You need to go to Playground, OpenAI, and then you need to go to Dashboard, and then API keys, and then create a new API key, and create it. It's a secret, don't show to others. I'm showing it on my screen, ironically speaking. But I will delete it, don't worry. Before you have it here, I will delete it. So that's that. And then now what I'm gonna do is npm run dev. I also need to run this so that I can install the new things that it added in my project. So these are, yes?
Sorry, we are just, for now, just to start off, we are just giving the prompt and you're just trying to integrate OpenAI into Cursor.
Yes. Yes, and with a backend, what is happening right now is it's going to put a backend for me so that everything is safe. It's a front end and a backend together. Yes, yes.
Don't think you'll give the prompt and the integration with OpenAI.
Exactly. So now it did it. Intentionally, I'm not going to worry about what is here because I'm not sure if it's right or not. So I'm going to go back to my browser and I'm going to restart this thing that I started before. Which was in here, I think. I'm gonna start it. It gives me an error. What do I do next? I'm a non-technical person. Sorry, I'm a technically creative person.
You copy it and you paste it into chat or...
You are now a technical person. Exactly, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go here.
I don't know what this means.
Exactly, exactly. To be honest, I'm being honest, and I think my clients will watch this video and they will fire me.
Cut all these parts.
I do the same. I do the same most often. Why? Because it doesn't make any sense to read this anymore. Because in Persian language, in my native language, there's a saying that says like, let the dogs bite each other. It goes in that way. So these two dogs bite each other.
That's the future with AI.
It's scary. It's scary as shit. And I think...
training YouTube ads on other YouTube ads generated by AI.
Do they do that?
Yeah, they're like, this AI analyzes all the YouTube ads, and now all the YouTube ads are AI, so what's the point?
Yeah.
It's a broken phone.
So here, the generation is finished. I'm gonna go and see if it's fixed. And there is another error. I don't care. I do the same thing. And then you do that a couple of times, and then the error is magically gone.
But when you paste that and you get like instructions from Cursor, is it Cursor doing it after?
No, it's doing it. And this is like all the nitty gritty.
What to do?
Make sure that this one is selected. Agent is selected. This has a couple of options. Make sure that this is selected, and then it does it for you. It executes it for you. And if you remember what's an AI agent, an AI agent is an LM or an intelligent thing that does things for you. This is doing things for me. It's an AI agent.
For example, how would you do that? That we build a feature that goes on what we did before, our model, and then okay, now make a summary, please, or the highlights of this first Friday. Can you do it with not more than 75 characters or something like that?
Yeah. we are exactly putting that feature. So summarize it, clean it,
because
people say a lot of things, and then
Because
even
what I heard about is like in the medical area nowadays, the NHS from UK, the health service system. So when somebody calls a hotline for mental depression or something like that,
They just say
they,
sorry.
They can record it, and then you can choose the format you want to have a report, a special report. In the format to say, okay, so much text, so much whatever, and in the language of the receiver. You know what you mean?
exactly. So you give it a tone.
The format.
The format.
You have to format it to a certain extent, a certain size.
A certain writing style.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they would like, okay, this people called before the susurraphone or takes medication, but then you have to check it because then you say, I did took the medicine before, but not now, so you have to be careful about the data. But still, it's very fast to create formats and revolutionize basically the whole thing. You don't have to think about writing, and as you say, okay, just put it in ChatGPT and find the problem or something like that, and then do it.
It's becoming like a black box.
But you have to be very clear what you want.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to know your shit, because if you don't know your shit, like a financial advisor, Bono said that. You know Bono from YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, the answers might be right, but who's telling you that the questions are?
Yes.
That's why you need a consultant.
We consultants do it really right. We know where to hit the hammer, right? $9,999 for hitting a hammer. We have to survive. So it's still generating the numbers.
That's how Cursor looks like, yeah?
This is how Cursor looks like. It's like VS Code or any other code editor that you used. It's a fork of VS Code, actually.
It's not an add-on also. It's its own.
No, it's a separate software. It's a separate. It's not VS Code. VS Code is
I thought this is like
Copilot.
Copilot.
Exactly. VS Code has Copilot. This has this.
Yeah. And this is Cursor, yeah?
This is Cursor.
But nothing says on the interface that it's Cursor. So you cannot,
it is.
know.
It is here. Usually the software
I
is
didn't
here.
see that. Okay.
By the way, guys, I wanted to organize this differently. This particular event. It's the first type of this kind of an event that I did. I wanted it to be like in a bar. I know a bar where it has big screen and so on, and then really get a lot of people drunk, and then they talk to this. And did I tell you this, Alejandro? Like I said, the original idea of this workshop was not to do it like this, but to do it in a bar and really get them drunk, and then they talk to AI, and then they produce their own games, their own little programs, and then they run it. And as a and the inspiration came to me.
Yeah, but then they hallucinate. Sometimes I think that.
That's a good idea. I love it.
You like it, right?
Yeah.
So
Tell AI, listen, we were drunk, so please correct everything. If you think it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but
So-
then it starts to hallucinate, all the technique.
yeah, the idea came to me. It's very funny. Like why did I think about that?
Year one if you want.
It's fine.
So the idea came to me because the idea of bar came to me from my son. He's 6 years old. As ironic it sounds, he doesn't go to bar. No, he doesn't go in the bar. But I did the same thing with him, not going to the bar, but building things with speaking, and he speaks English, and we built this. Look at this, what we have built. It's all his idea. Like he literally thought about every single part of it, and then we built this thing. It's an actual game that works. And this is my son's game. We build this every day.
Wait, with AI.
With Cursor?
With Cursor.
With,
With Cursor.
So children can program now.
Children can program now. This is a game that he built, and it can crash. It has like sound.
Publish this.
everything.
ad space.
Yeah, I mean, this is the future of kids. They're growing up, building their own games, not in a bar. So, yes.
So, when it comes to cursor, I think you seem to be, it sounds like it's quite useful compared to maybe others.
Yes.
And if I have to ask you the top 3 reasons why you would have to say cursor is better than GitHub Copilot or even Lovable, what would be your top 3 reasons and maybe top 3 use cases where you feel it's
Yeah, number one, you can pick any model from Cursor. So you can go in the settings, you can change from Claude to Gemini to ChatGPT to who said free? There is no free lunch. You have to pay money to get an LLM. Yeah, so yeah, no, Cursor is the best of them. I started using this thing called Windsurf. I'm comparing Windsurf with Cursor. Windsurf and Cursor are going kind of head to head, but I like Cursor more than Windsurf. And Copilot, GitHub Copilot, I'm not using it. My wife is also a developer. She works at SAP and she is using it. And I see it sometimes over her shoulder, but it's not as cool as Cursor. Cursor has a lot of good features that Copilot do not have.
Cursor bits all.
Yeah. So let's keep going. I think this is going in a loop.
A question, just to make it practical. If we would make like we did at the beginning, an outro round.
Yeah.
Where everybody says something about, highlighted it. And we put it into this program. And
Yes.
then we say, okay, make me a post, maximum 50 words or something
Yes.
over there. Can we do that? Is
Yes.
that something we can post
Yes.
on LinkedIn? And
Yes.
post it?
Exactly.
I just had an idea for a feature of that.
I'm waiting for the magic.
Yeah.
Of all of us.
Yes. What?
Obviously, I didn't know how to pitch myself, right? So
It can teach you, yeah.
a feature that summarizes what you should have said.
As a
for your
training.
next speech.
Good idea.
Yeah,
You can
that's
turn this software. Hey, this is your own homework, Mr. Creative.
Perfect might be.
Sunny.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna actually, as a matter of fact, we're gonna build
Pitch
that.
me, bitch.
It is a very good one. Pitch me, yeah.
As a matter of fact, it can suggest you a pitch. No?
It should be able to suggest you a pitch.
Yeah, but it's a thing that it's a practice thing, pitching more than.
Somewhat different topic. What are your opinions on MCP, the Microsoft Anthropic protocol for LLM context?
Model context protocol? Model context protocol?
Yes.
Yeah, that's called model context protocol. What are my thoughts about MCP? I think the same magic REST APIs brought to the world of web applications, connecting all the different services together, MCP will bring to AI agents. All the AI agents will definitely need to talk to each other, and there will be other external systems talking to AI agents, and MCP will be the protocol for them. And
That's going to be the winner out of all the...
obviously, yeah. It's not the winner. It's kind of like the protocol. It's already there. How would a better standard come and change a protocol that's already adopted by a lot of people?
But Microsoft Anthropic.
Correct. Like there is REST, there is SOAP, there is RPCs and the gRPCs. But why REST is the winner? Because REST kind of like dominated the market.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Okay, dokie. I think this thing went on a loop. It's trying Express code with a lot of different things. And I think we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to do some quick roundup. And then you have some roundup on your own format. And then it I think made it.
Another question. Have you tried using it with like Java or C#? Or is it just...
I'm not a JavaScript. I'm not a Java developer. I'm a JavaScript developer. So I've never tried producing.
So I could do Python. I don't mind. But I'm just wondering if anyone has any experience and if it's worth the hassle.
To be honest, in my opinion, it should work. Even in Java and stuff.
I'm sure it should work. I'm just wondering if anyone had experience and if it's working.
I don't. Do you guys? Did you write Java code before?
Well, Sharp has interrupt with Python, so you can actually call Python libraries from F# through Fable. So it's all doable. It's just, is it worth it?
I don't know. To be honest, I never wrote it, but my assumption is it's gonna be much better.
Ask
It's
AI.
no, in my opinion, it's gonna be much better than JavaScript because Java is super structured and JavaScript is kind of like all over, like a lot of
Java is
wires.
also very heavy, I heard. Very heavy.
Java is super heavy, yeah.
To have static types, you have to write binary.
Yeah.
Binaries. So that's an extra overhead. Plus, F# is a niche language at the moment.
Yeah.
So again, less support.
Exactly.
No.
It's crazy how many languages are there. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
functional language by Microsoft. It's basically it's slower. It's no, it's functional. So it's OCaml, but Microsoft's better like version of it. They just picked OCaml and just added the Microsoft magic to it.
Alright, that's
Kind of like C++ and C#.
Oh my God! Look at this. It worked.
I'm technically
Yeah.
creative,
Look.
so-
The AI parts work.
What is doing?
It analyzes it. Like I turn on the microphone, it analyzes it. Speak as distinguished between JavaScript. Look at this, guys. You guys were talking, and I clicked this button, and look what happens. We just implemented that feature.
When the speaker is more inclined toward Java.
Emad, can you tell me what we just did? Explain.
It's mind blowing. Put it on my face first. I'm a YouTuber. I need to personal branding 101. No, the frame needs to be like good enough.
Okay. What we could do?
It's mind blowing. Like literally, we built a ChatGPT integration analyzing the whole speaking of the microphone, and we didn't touch anything. Like, look, I turned on the microphone, I spoke, I clicked on analyze transcribe. It just like literally worked.
And
This
can
is-
you make like a summary, 100 words?
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good point. I'm going to turn on this thing here. I'm going to say, can you please make this like maximum to 100-word summary? I don't want to see all of those summary that you have done so far. I want it
and
only
less technical, so that
and
normal
less technical.
People, yes, that normal
Yeah.
people can understand. Like yourself,
Exactly.
maybe.
Yeah. Let's give that prompt and see if it can change it. So this was very amazing. Like literally, we didn't worry about it, and I was having a conversation, clicking things around, and it changed. And that's what I want to do in the next versions of this. We need to do it not in First Fridays because it collided with First Friday, and therefore we merged it. Next time, what we are gonna do is we're gonna do this one in a bar. And we're going to get a lot of people drunk and let them talk to AI and build products. I don't know what kind of products they will build. Like drunk people build cool products, I guess. And especially if they are technical, and especially if they can use Cursor in a technical way. So we're going to have a lot of fun.
So for technical creative people like our friend over there, you can build products, all right?
Absolutely. So let's try it out. It's finished with that thing.
Something there.
Yeah. So it is. What did you see? Something where?
Now, when you click to summarize button,
Yeah, it finished summarizing it. So what we have done is like we implemented a backend, a front end, a ChatGPT integration. It listens to the microphone, it keeps recording it, and then once the recording is finished, and then you click the summary button or analyze transcribe, and then it basically summarizes it for you. It's amazing. Like the way this world of software development is changing. It's amazing. Like a technically creative person needs like literally a workshop of 1 week, let's say every day, 8 hours workshop intensive. They become the best developer that they can be. Like
The consultant.
and they need a consultant time to call. Yes.
To be created by
Okay, let's click on the summary. Oh, it is asking me for API keys.
disconnected
That is wonderful. What is disconnected?
from the API key or
No, this is the summary that Lovable created. So let's see. Pardon me?
where is recording going to be available?
Oh, this is the summary. When is it going to be available? Probably tomorrow. On my YouTube channel. Agent Geeks.
not by URL?
Agent Geeks, yeah.
why URL accessible? No?
I forgot to show you guys the QR code, and this is basically the closing slides. and I'm gonna say some closing words, nice words, and okay. So that's my YouTube. That's my LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm gonna keep doing this at least every month or every 2-3 months. I would love to see you guys again, especially if you want to kind of like do this again. We can also do it in a bar. Alejandro can manage it. We'll make sure it's not gonna happen on a first Friday. No collisions.
I would love to manage that.
Yeah.
About things if you like.
Yeah, let's do that.